Chapter 2381 Shattered Ruins C. Kai Lingjin. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. It's here. Yi Tian came to a certain place in the infinite boundary ruins and began to look at the area in front of him. According to the information of the great ancestor Sunset, this is the sea of fragments of the infinite boundary ruins. It is said that after a certain territory was broken, it was swallowed up by the boundless boundary ruins. After a long period of evolution, this area was finally formed. At this moment, Yi Tian can still see countless fragments suspended here, and there are also many countless ruins monster nests. The fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form, Great Ancestor Dongyan, of the Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion was trapped in this area, and only informed Cantilevered Heavenly Pavilion by using special means of communication. Yi Tian took out a message from Canshan Pavilion and tried to contact the Great Ancestor Dongyan. Soon, Yi Tian got in touch. The Great Ancestor Dongyan, I am the Great Ancestor of the Endless. The Great Ancestor Sunset asked me to rescue you. Where is your current location? Yi Tian asked. Endless Great Ancestor, I am. The Great Ancestor Dongyan told the specific location and explained some of his own situation. It turned out that Great Ancestor Dongyan broke into a magic circle here. That magic circle may have been set up by the ancestors of heaven. Even if it was very incomplete, it would not be easy to come out. This is actually not a big deal, but the key problem is that there are a lot of immeasurable ruins monsters outside the circle, so even if Great Ancestor Dongyan comes out of the circle, he will be surrounded and killed by these immeasurable ruins monsters. Therefore, Great Ancestor Dongyan did not dare to leave and could only seek rescue. Swish! Yi Tian flew quickly and soon came to a certain position in the Sea of Ruins. Along the way, he also encountered a lot of innumerable ruins, but he killed them instantly. With his current strength, these fourth-stage infinite ruins are simply ants. The magic circle should be here. Yi Tian took a look and saw that the number of these infinite ruins outside the circle was quite large, about a few hundred, of which more than 30 were comparable to the infinite ruins of the fourth stage. The most powerful boundless ruins monster can probably be compared to the fourth stage high-level boundless life form that has been tempered 3 times. It just makes Yi Tian a little curious, why are these infinite ruins staying here all the time? This is not the lair of the countless ruins monsters. It stands to reason that the Great Ancestor Dongyan enters this magic circle. After a long time, these infinite ruins monsters will definitely leave. It is impossible to wait here forever. The Great Ancestor Dongyan and Canshan Pavilion may have concealed some information. Yi Tian thought to himself. It is normal for Cantilever Pavilion to conceal the situation. After all, he is not the Great Ancestor of Cantilever Pavilion, so the other party will not tell him the truth. Kill these countless ruins first. Yi Tian shot, and directly used the amputation finger. Boom boom boom. Countless ruins monsters were killed by Yi Tian's cut-off fingers. In the blink of an eye, the countless ruins monsters here turned into corpses. Great Ancestor Dongyan, I have killed countless ruins monsters in the outside world, can you come out? Yi Tian used a messenger to communicate. Soon, Great Ancestor Dongyan replied, Great Ancestor Endless, please also attack this magic circle. If the magic circle vibrates, I can take the opportunity to escape. 1. It is good. Yi Tian shot directly and bombarded the formation. Boom. The magic circle began to be attacked and began to vibrate violently, but it was still not broken by Yi Tian. I didn't expect that even a dilapidated circle could stop my attack. Yi Tian was a little surprised. Although he didn't attack with all his strength, his attack also surpassed the full-strength attack of the top 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings. At this moment, a figure rushed out from inside the magic circle. Thanks to the Great Ancestor of the Endless. After Great Ancestor Dongyan came out, he immediately thanked him. Immediately, he sensed the surroundings and found the corpses of numerous immeasurable ruins monsters, some of which were even more terrifying than him. Immediately, he was in awe of Yi Tian. Great Ancestor Dongyan, we should go back. Yi Tian urged. It is good. Ancestor Dongyan nodded. Immediately, Yi Tian and Great Ancestor Dongyan returned to Xuanqi territory. On the way back, there was no accident, and he returned very calmly. Canshan Pavilion headquarters. Yi Tian came back with the Great Ancestor Dongyan, and the Great Ancestor Sunset took out the divine blood of the Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion when he saw this. Endless Great Ancestor, thanks to you this time, otherwise our Great Ancestor Dongyan in Canshan Pavilion would be in danger. This is the blood of God, please accept it. When the Great Ancestor Sunset handed over the blood of the gods, there was still some reluctance on his face. After all, this is a good thing. At the beginning, the cantilevered heaven pavilion also paid a great price for the blood of the gods. But now, he had to hand it over. Okay, I'll take it. Yi Tian took the divine blood breath and put it away. He didn't stay here any longer, he just went straight to F. And after Yi Tian left, Great Ancestor Sunset Sun and Great Ancestor Dongyan entered a secret time and space in Kanshin Pavilion headquarters. Dongyan, have you got something? The Great Ancestor Sunset asked. It's here. Great Ancestor Dongyan took out a crimson boulder. Sure enough, it is red spirit gold. This is a priceless treasure. With this treasure, we can create treasure armor and weapons that surpass the golden armor and stone. Moreover, this is also one of the necessary materials to interfere with the naked wings. Taichen the palace is also collecting red spirit gold, we can take out a little to trade with Taichen Palace. The Great Ancestor Sunset said excitedly. Yeah, with such a piece of red spirit gold, Kanshin Pavilion is expected to rise. In comparison, the loss of that share of divine blood is not worth mentioning. Great Ancestor Dongyan followed Dao hungry. By the way, you were chased and killed by a large number of countless ruins monsters before you captured the red spirit gold. For this reason, you hid in the magic circle left by the broken bee ancestor. The endless ancestor didn't enter that magic circle, right? Sunset Dazu asked. Great Ancestor Dongyan shook his head. The Great Ancestor Endless did not go in, and even if he wanted to go in, it would be very difficult for him to enter. We know the way to enter the Cantilever Pavilion, and only then can we enter. Great Ancestor Endless did not enter. The only way is to forcibly break in. Even if he finds some clues, he can't do anything. I don't believe he can break the magic circle. Yeah, without the combat power of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, it is very difficult to destroy that magic circle. The Great Ancestor Sunset agreed. We found it there, but unfortunately we don't have the strength to leave that magic circle behind. Take away the treasure. If it wasn't to save you this time, there would be no need to expose it. Sunset, it's enough to be able to bring back this piece of red spirit gold safely. Great Ancestor Dongyan said with a smile. Ha ha ha, yes, with this piece of scarlet spirit gold, our cantilevered heaven pavilion is indeed satisfied. The Great Ancestor Sunset laughed, and he was in a very good mood. What they didn't know was that Yi Tian used the Escape World shuttle to escape directly into the Infinite Boundary Ruins without passing through the passage of Taichen Palace, so no one knew that he went to the Sea of Ruins again. Chapter 2382 The Truth of Pure Gold, Super Immeasurable Bones. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Sea of Ruins. Yi Tian came here and went straight to the formation. In a short while, Yi Tian arrived in front of the formation. The Great Ancestor Dongyan is too weak, it's just a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form that has been tempered twice. He was chased by a group of immeasurable ruins, but he still has time to break into this magic circle. This is not normal. Yi Tian guessed that the Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion had already researched this circle, and there was a way to enter, not by rushing into it. Kanshin Pavilion concealed this from him, but he was not angry. However, he was a little curious about this magic circle, so he took a look. This magic circle is a bit complicated. It's really a bit troublesome to go in. Yi Tian didn't want to waste time, and was ready to try with all his strength to see if he could break the magic circle and enter it. Boom! Yi Tian mobilized the Taihao immeasurable body, the perfect Taihao immeasurable body, and the sword transformed into the imprint of the immeasurable supernatural power seed, stabbed the magic circle with one sword. The power of this sword has already reached his peak, which is comparable to the full blow of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. Puff! The magic circle was pierced by a sword and torn apart. Yi Tian stepped directly into it, entered the inside of the circle, and went straight into the depths of the circle. And here is the area 267 where the Great Ancestor of Winter Cloud and Kanshin Pavilion has not come, but Yi Tian has come in. Break! Break! Yi Tian shot with all his strength, smashed through the layers of barriers of the circle, and finally entered the core of the circle. The core of the circle is a fragment of the earth and some broken buildings. Yi Tian sensed at once, there was nothing in these buildings, but a mineral vein was discovered in the depths of the earth. Boom! The earth was torn apart by Yi Tian, and a piece of grey metal was caught by Yi Tian. This is. After Yi Tian's identification, he was immediately shocked. Tongtianjiejin, this is an unimaginably precious material. Even a palm-sized piece of heaven-reaching realm gold is unimaginable in value. The immeasurable blood gold stone is far inferior to this piece of heaven-penetrating gold, and its value is enough to compare with a piece of divine blood. The value of Tongtianjiejin is used to make weapons. For example, one of the main materials of the Escape World shuttle that Yi Tian exchanged from Yanhengtianzu is Tongtian Zhejian. Many weapons made by the 5th stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms require the heaven-reaching realm gold, so the heaven-reaching realm gold is very popular. CJFJ, this should be the site of a powerful force in the ruins of the ruins. After the ruins of the ruins were broken, this sea of ruins was formed in the ruins of the immeasurable ruins, but this place has been preserved. And this force it should have perished, so no one knows about the existence of a gold mine in the heaven-reaching realm. The cantilever pavilion should also not know, otherwise they would have taken the heaven-reaching realm gold. Yi Tian naturally would not leave this gold ore vein in the heaven-reaching realm, and he directly began to dig this ore vein. Boom! Yi Tian went directly deep into this heaven-reaching realm gold vein, digging one piece after another of the heaven-reaching realm gold. The Tongtianji gold ore vein is very strong, but Yi Tian's strength is also strong enough, so he excavated pieces of Tongtianji gold little by little. $! $200, $300. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian gradually excavated more heaven-reaching realm gold. After a long time, Yi Tian had almost dug up this heaven-reaching realm gold vein. More than 5,000 pieces of heaven-reaching realm gold, this time I made a big profit. Yi Tian didn't expect that this time he just rescued the great ancestor Dongyan of Kanshan Pavilion, and by the way, he checked this magic circle, and there was such a harvest. His luck is undoubtedly very good. Sudden, Yi Tian sensed a different aura. It seems that other treasures have been bred in the gold veins of Tongtianji. Yi Tian stretched out his hand and directly penetrated several pieces of heaven-reaching realm gold, shattered an area, and grabbed a piece of grey gold metal. And as soon as he caught this piece of metal, countless bones in his body were shaking, as if he could not bear the energy of this piece of metal. Immediately, he sealed the piece of metal layer by layer, and then firmly grasped it. Could this be pure gold? When Yi Tian thought of this treasure, his pupils shrank. Because, he had seen heaven passing true gold in the list of treasures given by Yinheng Tianzu, and only a few gold veins in the heaven-reaching realm have a 1 in 10,000 chance of being born. Compared with Tongtian Zhenjian, Tongtianjiejin is spicy chicken. Heaven-reaching realm gold is useful for 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, but it is useless to heavenly ancestors, but heaven-reaching true gold is useful. In that list, the value of a piece of heaven-reaching realm gold is 150,000 contribution points, and those 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms cannot be exchanged, just put it on it to see. The use of pure gold is many, for example, it can be refined into weapons, but it is wasteful to use it to refine weapons. The greatest use of Tongtian Zhenjian is to integrate into immeasurable bones, allowing immeasurable bones to absorb Tongtian Zhenjian, thereby transforming immeasurable bones, surpassing the limit, and achieving super immeasurable bones. Whether it is immeasurable bones or immeasurable blood, the upper limit is the true limit, and no matter how hard you practice, it is impossible to break it. Katong Zhenjian is so defiant to forcibly break the limit and achieve super ranking achievements. However, a piece of pure gold can only break the limit of one immeasurable bone. 365 immeasurable bones in the whole body need a full 365 pieces of pure gold. Even if it was a heavenly ancestor, he probably didn't have a few pieces of heaven-reaching gold, and it would be very difficult to collect 365 pieces of heaven-reaching realm gold. And if you want to break the limit of limitless bones, you must before you become a 5th stage high-order limitless life form. Once you reach the 5th stage high-order limitless life body, your flesh and blood body will be completely shaped, and there is no way to make your own limitless bones with pure gold. Metamorphosis. In addition, if you want to use Tongtian Zhenjian, the premise is that your limitless bones have all reached the limit, otherwise there is no way to use Tongtian Zhenjian. And Yi Tian meets all the conditions. If he has 365 pieces of pure gold, then he can make all the bones in his body reach the super rank. If it were another great ancestor, I'm afraid that I really wouldn't be able to collect so much gold, but I can. He picked up 2 pieces of heaven-reaching realm gold and used the ability to fuse all things with his copying talent to combine the 2 pieces of heaven-reaching realm finance. With the passage of time, piece after piece of heaven-reaching realm gold was fused by Yi Tian, and 9 pieces of heaven-reaching realm gold were fused all the way, and finally a piece of heaven-reaching real gold was fused. Successful, so I have all the pure gold, Yi Tian said excitedly. Next, he fused all the heaven-reaching realm gold into heaven-reaching true gold, and then prepared to use these heaven-reaching true finance to enter the boundless bones of the whole body, so as to transform the boundless bones of the whole body. Chapter 2383 The Trade Fair of Taichan Palace. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. After a piece of pure gold was refined by Yi Tian, it merged into the first immeasurable bone, and this immeasurable bone began to slowly transform. The original quality limit was gradually broken, and countless bones were undergoing incredible transformation. Boom! The transformation is complete. This first immeasurable bone has been completely achieved into a super immeasurable bone, which is a quality that countless great ancestors can't believe or even have heard of. Continue. Yi Tian took out the second piece of pure gold and continued to melt it into the boundless bones. In this way, every one of Yi Tian's immeasurable bones has been integrated into heaven-reaching true gold, and every immeasurable bone has become a super quality. At the beginning, a few immeasurable bones became super quality, which did not help Yi Tian's strength much. But as more and more immeasurable bones transformed into super quality, his flesh and blood began to change, not only with greater potential but also with greater strength. After a long time, Yi Tian finally used 365 pieces of heaven-penetrating gold to raise the boundless bones of his whole body to super quality. Boom! Countless bones in the whole body began to vibrate, and it began to affect the blood of the whole body. Immeasurable bone hematopoiesis, and now the whole body of immeasurable bone has achieved super quality. After the influence of immeasurable bone, these 129,600 drops of immeasurable blood will slowly break the limit and become immeasurable blood of super quality. 1. Yi Tian deduced. But this takes a long time, not a short time. Of course, he can also speed up this process, such as obtaining treasures that can make countless blood break the boundaries, but Yi Tian does not have such treasures now. Yi Tian is not in a hurry to transform the immeasurable blood, it will take a long time before he can reach the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form realm. By that time, immeasurable blood must have been transformed, so there is no need to worry about this issue. This day, Yi Tian received an invitation from the Taichan Palace. Fair. Yi Tian didn't know much about the Taichan Palace fair, so he contacted the Great Ancestor of Blood and asked. The Great Ancestor Biao Shui said, "The Great Ancestor Endless, I know about the Taichan Palace trade fair, but my cultivation base was too low before, so I was not qualified to participate. My master participated in it before he became the Heavenly Ancestor, but I will see it later. I won't go to such a trade fair. For the high-level immeasurable beings in the 4th stage, participating in such a trade fair is also an opportunity, and maybe they can trade the treasure resources they need. There shouldn't be many high-level immeasurable life forms in the 4th stage of Xuanqi's realm, right?" Yi Tian asked. Indeed, there are not many. Top forces like Xuanqi Pavilion and Juyanhai, there are at most about 10 high-order immeasurable beings in the 4th stage, but there are many high-order immeasurable beings in the 4th stage of Taichan Palace, and even more there are many high-level immeasurable beings of the 5th stage. In addition, Taichan Palace has heavenly ancestors, and there are 3 heavenly ancestors. Therefore, Taichan Palace has come into contact with many realms like Xuanqi territory. This time the trade fair is naturally not a trade fair within our Xuanqi realm, but also involves other realms, so there are many great ancestors participating in the trade fair. Yi Tian understood when the Great Ancestor of Blood said so. At this time, the Great Ancestor of Blood said again, "The Great Ancestor of the Endless, I am also going to participate in the trade fair." "I'm going too," Yi Tian said. He still lacks some materials. If he can get it at the trade fair, it will save time and energy. Time passed, and soon it was time for the Taichan Palace trade fair, and the location of the trade fair was not in the Xuanqi territory. It was necessary to leave the Xuanqi territory through a passage controlled by the Taichan Palace and go to the trade fair address. Taiching Mountain. This is a very famous treasure land in Xuanqi territory, it belongs to Taichan Palace, and it is also one of the entrances to the fair. Buzzing. One by one, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms came here. The Xuanqin Great Ancestor of Xuanqi Pavilion, the Tuoshan Great Ancestor of the Outer Boundary Alliance, and the 4th stage ancestors of other top forces in the Xuanqi territory have all descended here. They also want to trade the treasures they need through this trade fair. Soon, Yi Tian also came here. And after Yi Tian came here, the Great Ancestor of Blood also came. Swish! The eyes of the 4th stage ancestors stared at the Great Ancestors of Blood, which made the Great Ancestors of Blood feel a lot of pressure. "Everyone, this is the site of Taichan Palace," the Great Ancestor of Blood said with a smile. In the Taichan Palace site, if these great ancestors dared to do it, they would undoubtedly offend the Taichan Palace. In addition, this is a trade fair held by the Taichan Palace. If they fight here, it will undoubtedly disrupt the normal holding of the fair, which will completely offend the Taichan Palace. Ask for flowers. Once Taichan Palace punishes, even Xuanqi Pavilion and Juyanhai will be troublesome. Therefore, these great ancestors just stared at the blood great ancestor. Of course, even if they were really asked to kill the great ancestor of blood, they still wouldn't dare to kill them. At most, they would suppress the great ancestor of blood. Otherwise, if one day the ancient heavenly ancestor came back and found that the great ancestor of blood had fallen, they would anger them, then they are dead. This is also the reason why great ancestor Biao Shui jumped like this, did a lot of things that offended the major forces but is still alive today. Shish. The great ancestors passed through the passage and left the Xuanqi realm. In the depths of unknown time and space, in front of a great gate, the great ancestors came here. They need to take out the invitation before they can pass through the gate and officially enter the trading place. Yi Tian took out the invitation and immediately walked into the gate, and was directly teleported into a giant city. There are no other creatures in this giant city, only the great ancestors who came to participate in the trade fair. I can't perceive the place outside this giant city. It seems that this giant city is an independent time and space, similar to a territory but very small. Yi Tian felt that he was unable to break the barriers outside the giant city, which should have been established by the ancestors of Taichan Palace. In the past, he didn't know much about Taichan Palace, and only thought that it was a force stronger than Xuanqi Pavilion and Juyanghai. But at this moment, he felt that Xuanqi Pavilion and Juyangxi were far from being comparable to Taichan Palace. Juyanghai and Xuanqi Pavilion are still mixed in Xuanqi territory, but Taichan Palace has already jumped out of Xuanqi territory and moved to the major territories. I don't know. As time passed, more and more 4th stage and even 5th stage ancestors came here. Sudden, a familiar figure appeared here, but the other party was not the great ancestor of Xuanqi territory, but one of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings I saw last time at the Yinhang Tianzu Palace, and the other party also came to participate in this event, next trade fair. Yi Tian saw each other, and the other party also saw Yi Tian, but did not say hello. After all, everyone was not familiar with each other. After a while, the fair is finally about to start. Corpse. Chapter 2384 Trading Resources, get it. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Taichan Palace's trade fairs are divided into free trade fairs and auctions. The level of free trade fairs varies, and it may be that ordinary treasures will be traded, and rare treasures may also be traded. However, the treasures in the auction are extremely precious, and ordinary treasures are not eligible to enter the auction. If you want to get very rare treasures, it is most suitable to participate in the auction. The auction only accepts one kind of material as currency, that is Tongtianji gold coins. The Tongtianji gold coins made of Tongtianji gold are planned and formulated by many heavenly ancestors. Each Tongtianji gold coin is exactly the same, and all realms are unified standards. The reason why a piece of Tongtianji gold is not used for trading is because the size of Tongtianji gold is different, and if it is not uniform, it is difficult to use for trading. If you want to participate in the auction, the minimum standard is 10 billion Tongtian realm gold coins. If it is less than 10,000, you can only participate in the free trade fair outside. The free trade fair does not have any requirements, and it can be traded with Tongtianji gold coins or bartered. Free trade fairs are the first to start, while auctions come later. And this trade fair also has the great ancestor of Taichan Palace to maintain order. They directly sent 6 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings and dozens of 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings. In addition, there is also an incarnation of the ancestor who sits in this giant city, which will not appear under normal circumstances, but once there is trouble with the ancestor, it will definitely be suppressed. Yi Tian has also entered the free trade fair area. He wants to trade the 3 treasures of the Dragon Scale Saint Profound Crystal, the Ancient Ming Wood, and the Heart of the Strange Crystal. As long as he obtains these 3 treasures, he can intervene to form the Infinite Feather Armor. Seed Imprint. When he breaks through to become the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, he can directly breathe the immeasurable feather armor, the immeasurable magical technique. There are many high-level immeasurable beings in the 4th and 5th stages here, so there must be ancestors who possess these 3 treasures. As predicted, it didn't take long for Yi Tian to find a great ancestor who was willing to trade Ji Yumingmu. This great ancestor was named Qingling Great Ancestor, and he came from other realms. As for its identity, Yi Tian is not clear, but he will not inquire. Ancestor Qingling, I want to trade the ancient Mingmu on you. Yi Tian said, Ji Yumingmu, this treasure is very rare, what can you come up with? Grand Ancestor Qingling would not easily trade Ji Yumingmu. After all, this kind of treasure is very scarce, and it is easy to trade it out. If there is no suitable treasure, he will not agree to the transaction. Is it okay to trade with Tongtianji gold? Yi Tian asked. Do you have heaven-reaching realm gold? Grand Ancestor Qingling was a little surprised. After all, Yi Tian was only a 4th-stage high-order immeasurable being, and Tongtianji gold was basically in the hands of those 5th-stage high-order immeasurable beings. Have, Yi Tian said lightly. However, Great Ancestor Qingling shook his head. I also have heaven-reaching realm gold, which is enough to participate in the auction. And even if I gather more heaven-reaching realm gold, I may not be able to bid for the treasures I want. So, I don't want heaven-reaching realm gold 1. Where's Qiandao Jinye? Yi Tian asked. Do you have 1,000 gold liquid? If it is 1,000 gold liquid, I am willing to trade. Qingling Great Ancestor said quickly. The Qiandao golden liquid is too useful, and it is of great use to a 5th-stage high-level immeasurable being like him. On the contrary, Ji Yu Mingmu didn't help him much. Therefore, he is willing to use the ancient dark wood to trade Qiandao gold liquid. Afterwards, Yi Tian had a detailed conversation with the Great Ancestor Qingling and determined the transaction price. A piece of ancient dark wood can trade 30 drops of 1,000 gold liquid, which is also a very reasonable price. Yi Tian used 300 drops of Qiandao gold liquid to trade 10 ancient dark trees from Qingling Great Ancestor. Soon, they completed the deal and parted ways. The ancient Mingmu transaction has been obtained, and only the Dragon Scale Saint Profound Crystal and the Bewildering Crystal Heart are left. Yi Tian continued to look for the Great Ancestor to trade these two treasures. Not long after, Yi Tian traded a Dragon Scale Saint Profound Crystal from another Great Ancestor, but the Heart of Strange Crystal was not traded. After all, the Heart of the Strange Crystal comes from the high-level immeasurable beings of the Strange Crystal family in the Strange Crystal world. Even the 5th-stage high-level immeasurable life forms would not dare to enter the Strange Crystal world to kill the powerhouses of the Strange Crystal family. Although he did not trade the Heart of Bizarre Crystal, Yi Tian traded some other treasures, many of which were helpful for his own cultivation, so he tried to trade them. After a period of time, the auction of Taichan Palace will begin. Auctions are the top priority, and the real good stuff is there. Yi Tian naturally wants to participate in the auction, but is also preparing to auction some items. Such as pure gold. Ordinary Great Ancestors really can't eat the pure gold in his hands. If he gets it at the auction, he won't be able to sell it. And this auction will use the Tongtianji gold coins as the currency, and he will be able to obtain massive Tongtianji gold coins at that time, which can be merged into pieces of Tongtian real gold. Such a conversion, I don't know how many times I earn directly. I still have more than 600 pieces of pure gold in my hand. If I put all of them up for auction, it would be too scary. Maybe even the Taichan Palace would be greedy, so let's trade it for 10 pieces. Yi Tian decided, 10 pieces of pure gold, Taichan Palace will not be greedy. Soon, Yi Tian found the owner of the Taichan Palace auction, the Great Ancestor of Xingyuan. The Great Ancestor of Xingyuan is a 5th-stage high-level immeasurable life form, very close to the level of the ancestors, and is specially responsible for the items in the auction. When Yi Tian came here to find Great Ancestor Xingyuan, Great Ancestor Xingyuan didn't care. After all, he didn't think that a 4th-stage high-level immeasurable being like Yi Tian could come up with anything good. This Great Ancestor, what 5.9 items do you have for auction? Xingyuan Great Ancestor asked. True gold, Yi Tian said lightly. Tongtian Zhenjin, are you sure you're not wrong? Xingyuan Great Ancestor said in shock. Tongtian True Gold seems to be the same material as Tongtian Realm Gold, but the value is different by many times. There are not many high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage that can take out the pure gold. Only the ancestors can easily take out the pure gold, but the amount is still not much. Very few 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings know a secret, that is, using a large amount of pure gold and other materials to refine a resource according to a certain formula, which can help 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings impact the realm of the ancestors. Because of this, the value of pure gold is terrifying. Chapter 2385 The Auction of Pure Gold. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Yes, I'm going to auction the pure gold. 1. Yi Tian answered affirmatively. The Great Ancestor Xingyuan took a deep breath, and immediately asked, Respected Great Ancestor, how many pieces of heavenly gold are you going to auction? At this moment, the tone of Xingyuan Great Ancestor became respectful. Even if Yi Tian only auctioned a piece of pure gold, that would still be the VIP of Taichan Palace. $10. Yi Tian said lightly. What, $10? The Great Ancestor Xingyuan was extremely shocked. He didn't think it was too little, but he thought it was too much. He thought that Yi only had 1 or 2 yuan at most, but he took out 10 yuan unexpectedly. If the top 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form has 10 pieces of pure gold, it will never be taken out, or even revealed. This great ancestor is afraid that he doesn't understand the true value of Tongtian Zhenjin, so he took it out for auction. Xingyuan great ancestor thought, since Yi wants to auction, he naturally will not refuse, so he said, okay, our Taichung auction house is willing to accept your auction. Afterwards, Yi signed a number of agreements with Taichung auction house, and only 10 pieces of Tongtian true gold were deposited in Taichung auction house. When the auction started, these 10 pieces of Tongtian true gold would be auctioned off. It didn't take long for the auction to start, and the great ancestors who owned 10,000 heavenly gold coins entered the venue of the auction. Yi also walked in, and he saw great ancestor Bai Shui also entered. He was really curious that the great ancestor of blood was able to collect 10,000 gold coins to the heavens. After all, the ancestors of the blood didn't even have the resources to attack the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and now the cultivation base is not high. Where did they get so many resources? The great ancestor of blood, where did you get the 10,000 gold coins of the heavens? Yi asked curiously. The great ancestor Biao Shui said with a smile. The great ancestor of the endless, the great ancestors with 10,000 realm gold coins are almost all 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings, but after I become the 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings, I can remove blood a treasure land left by the ancient Tianzu and thus obtain some good things. I see. Yi understood. It has to be said that it is really good to have a backer. The great ancestor Oxue gained a lot of benefits without spending any energy or taking risks. Although he didn't know how many things there were in the treasure land left by the ancient blood ancestors, it was definitely a lot. The current worth of the great ancestor of blood is probably no less than that of the ordinary 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms, and there are even a lot of life-saving treasures. Otherwise, the great ancestor of blood would not dare to expose the secret of his wealth. Soon, many great ancestors entered the auction venue one by one. There were many thrones in the venue, and Yi also sat on one of the thrones. Not long after, a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form came to the auction stage. This great ancestor is the great ancestor of the Taichung Palace, the great ancestor of Shui Yao. The energy has subsided, but Yi sensed that the other party's power far surpassed his own. Obviously, this Shui Yao great ancestor is absolutely terrifying, not at the level that Yi can currently touch. After Shui Yao's great ancestor came up, he announced the start of the auction. The first auction item is very valuable. It is a main battle spear suitable for the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, the South L spear. This spear used a lot of precious materials, such as heaven-reaching realm gold. For those 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms who don't have any good weapons, this weapon is very good. Ancestor Shui Yao introduced. This Socel spear can contain the power of infinite magical powers, so that it can explode even more powerful power, and the starting price is 2,000 gold coins to the sky. Soon, a few dozen great ancestors started bidding. This spear is indeed very good, but the grade should not be as good as my escape shuttle. Yi doesn't despise such a spear, and only those great ancestors who have broken through to become the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form are only interested in this spear. In the end, the spear was auctioned off by a great ancestor at the price of 3,500 heaven-reaching gold coins. Afterwards, the auction items were presented to the stage for auction. Some treasures were attractive enough to Yi, but he did not participate in the auction. He is too weak now. Even if he is rich, he cannot bid wildly, otherwise he will definitely be targeted. Therefore, unless it is really helpful to himself, he will participate in the auction. Soon, the treasure that made Yi heart move was put up for auction. The next auction is a set of quirky crystal hearts, consisting of the quirky crystal hearts of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable living body quirky crystal family and dozens of 4th stage quirky crystal hearts. The starting price is 10,000 passes. Heavenly gold coins. Ancestor Shui Yao introduced. Crystal heart. Yi lacks this treasure now. As long as he obtains the heart of the strange crystal, he can cultivate the infinite feather armor, the limitless supernatural power, and intervene to form the imprint of the seed of the infinite feather armor. Therefore, he must take this treasure. However, there are quite a few great ancestors who are interested in the heart of Bazaar Crystal, so the competition must be extremely fierce. 11,000 heaven-reaching gold coins. 15,000 heaven-linking gold coins. 20,000 gold coins to the heavens. The great ancestors bid wildly, but after the price soared to 20,000 Tongtianji gold coins, there were many fewer great ancestors competing. 267. Soon, Yi Tian was left to compete with another 5th stage high-level immeasurable being. But when Yi Tian reported 35,000 gold coins of Tongtian realm, the other party gave up directly. After all, the value of these strange crystal hearts is actually not so high, and it is not worth it to continue to increase the price. In this way, Yi Tian auctioned off these strange crystal hearts, and the conditions for cultivation of the infinite feather armor were satisfied. Next, Yi Tian just watched the show. Even if he didn't bid for any treasures later, he was satisfied. Time passed slowly, and more treasures were auctioned out one by one. Yi Tian also saw many rare treasures through this auction, and his knowledge increased greatly. My all-day gold should be put up for auction soon, right? Yi Tian thought to himself. Sure enough, it didn't take long for Tongtian Zhenjin to be taken out. However, Tongtian Zhenjin is not auctioned together for 10 pieces, but only 1 piece is auctioned. The next auction is a piece of pure gold. Ancestor Shui Yao showed a piece of pure gold, which attracted the attention of all 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. This time, all the great ancestors are heartbroken. A piece of pure gold. It seems that Taichan Palace is going to auction the pure gold one by one. Yi Tian secretly said. It seems that the value of pure gold is still beyond his imagination. Chapter 2386 10 Armed Golden Body. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. The first 2 chapters were written in a hurry, and the Tongtian real gold was written into immeasurable real gold, which has been revised. It turned out to be pure gold. This is a treasure that every great ancestor needs. Who brought it up for auction? Or is it an auction item from Taichan Palace? Taichan Palace will not take out the heaven-reaching true gold for auction. The 5th stage of the Taichan Palace has a lot of high-level immeasurable beings, and they also need heaven-reaching true gold. Moreover, if there is a surplus of heaven-reaching true gold, they will definitely use it. Let's cultivate a great ancestor and let him have immeasurable bones and immeasurable blood of super quality. Yeah, Tongtian Zhenjin can help infinite bone break the quality limit and achieve super quality. Rumor has it that once infinite bone and infinite blood reach super quality, the chance of becoming a heavenly ancestor can increase by 30%. It takes 365 pieces of pure gold to transform the whole body into super quality. And if 365 pieces of pure gold are given to those big forces, they can be combined with other materials to refine them. The material resources that impact the heavenly ancestor realm may help several 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings to complete their breakthroughs. It can't be said that, even if the breakthrough resources are refined with Tongtian Zhenjin and other materials, the success rate is not high. And the 30% chance of others is that they do not rely on external objects. If they cooperate with breakthrough resources, the success rate will be at least there are more than 60–70%. It's a pity that the amount of Tongtian true gold is too small. Even the Taichan Palace will not store Tongtian true gold for a long time. Once you have some, you will definitely use it. I don't care where this piece of pure gold came from, since I have encountered it, I will auction it. Immediately, a group of great ancestors began to frantically bid on this piece of pure gold. At this moment, Yi Tian really saw the desire of this group of great ancestors for Tongtian true gold, and also learned another value of Tongtian true gold from the conversations of other great ancestors. It turns out that Tongtian Zhenjin can also be combined with other materials to refine a resource that will help the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form to impact the ancestral level. Yi Tian suddenly realized, no wonder the great ancestors of these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings are so eager for pure gold. However, even if he knew, he would still use 365 pieces of pure gold to melt into the immeasurable bones, so that the immeasurable bones would be transformed into super quality. After all, he has no shortage of pure gold. The starting price of Tongtian Zhenjin was terrifying, reaching 100,000 Tongtian realm gold coins. This is only the starting price of a piece of pure gold. If it is actually sold, its value will probably reach a terrifying level. Sure enough, after the auction of this piece of pure gold started, the price continued to soar. 150,000 celestial gold coins. 200,000 gold coins to the heavens. 300,000 gold coins to the heavens. The great ancestors bid wildly, and some even represented the forces behind them. For many powerful forces that can leave their own realm, it is not difficult to obtain Tongtian realm gold, but it is too difficult to obtain Tongtian real gold. It depends on luck. Therefore, they will naturally not give up if they have the hope of obtaining the pure gold. Time passed slowly. The auction price of this piece of pure gold has soared to a high price of 700,000, and there are still several great ancestors competing. At this level, these great ancestors can't support it anymore. 850,000 gold coins to the heavens. A top 5th stage high-level immeasurable lifeform reported a new high price, and the other great ancestors simply chose to give up. A piece of Tongtianji gold coin has been auctioned for a high price of 850,000 Tongtianji gold coins. Even if Taichan Palace will charge some fees, I will make a lot of money. Yi Tian was very excited in his heart, but he was very calm on the surface. Soon, the second piece of pure gold was brought up for auction. The second piece of Tongtian gold, the starting price is still 100,000 Tongtian gold coins. Ancestor Shui Yao announced, "What, there is a second piece of pure gold." A group of great ancestors was extremely surprised, but immediately became excited. They didn't grab the first piece of pure gold, but they didn't want to miss the second piece of pure gold. After the second fierce competition, this piece of Tongtian true gold was auctioned at a high price of 730,000 Tongtian gold coins, which was slightly lower than the auction price of the first Tongtian true gold. Next, Taichan Palace took out pieces of pure gold from the sky for auction, attracting one great ancestor after another to bid. The auction price of these Tongtian real gold finally reached about 700,000, and the last piece of Tongtian real gold rose to a higher level, and the terrifying price of 860,000 Tongtian gold coins was auctioned. This time, I can directly obtain more than 7 million gold coins in the heavens, and if there are incomparably precious treasures in the back, I can directly auction them, don't worry about the price. Yi Tian secretly said. Afterwards, some incomparably precious treasures were auctioned off, but none of them aroused Yi Tian's interest. Until this one auction item. The next auction is an immeasurable magical power, but it is not an ordinary immeasurable magical ability, but an inheritance of an immeasurable magical ability that ranks on the list of infinite magical powers. When Shui Yao's great ancestor said these words, he directly shocked all the great ancestors. Ancestor Shui Yao, are you telling the truth? Any immeasurable divine ability on the list of immeasurable divine abilities is already extremely powerful. If you are at the peak of the 5th stage, you can threaten the level of the ancestors. It is rumored that a monster was born in a certain realm, and he has mastered the techniques of countless magical powers on the list of countless magical powers. I've heard of it too, but unfortunately, the great ancestor was besieged by several heavenly ancestors, and now he doesn't know his whereabouts, he may have perished. There are only 36 infinite divine powers in the list of infinite divine powers. Which infinite divine ability is this time? Many great ancestors were very curious, and Wang Zhao, the great ancestor of Shui Yao, also announced it directly. This time, the inheritance of the infinite divine ability is the 10-armed golden body that ranks 9th on the infinite divine ability list. Ancestor Shui Yao said, "What, it's a 10-armed golden body, the training requirements for this immeasurable magical power are too high." An ancestor exclaimed. "It's a pity, I can't cultivate." Another great ancestor regretted. The 10-armed golden body requires 10 specific immeasurable bones to reach super quality, otherwise it will not be able to withstand the requirements of the 10-armed golden body. In fact, the best it is that the immeasurable bones and blood of the whole body have reached the super quality, otherwise, the immeasurable golden body will be stimulated for a long time, and the foundation will be damaged. Besides, the training resources required by the 10-armed golden body are also extremely rare. I am definitely not qualified to practice. A group of great ancestors are ready to give up, but there are still great ancestors who are interested. And the starting price of the immeasurable magical powers of the 10-armed golden body is also very high, which is directly 1 million gold coins to the heavens. Chapter 2387 9 Dragons Liquid. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. 10-armed golden body. Yi Tian is really moved by this infinite divine ability, which ranks 9th on the infinite divine ability list. His immeasurable feather armor and several other immeasurable magical powers were inherited from Yin Hengtianzu. Although it is also a top-notch immeasurable magical power, compared with the 10-armed golden body, it is quite ordinary and it is not a level at all. Therefore, he must bid for the inheritance of this 10-armed golden body and immeasurable magical powers. Soon, the auction started. Because the starting price is too high, there are very few ancestors who bid for the 10-armed golden body, which is the inheritance of the immeasurable magical powers. In fact, there are quite a few forces that can capture the 10-armed golden body, but it is not worth it for them. If no one can train to become a golden body with 10 arms, it would be a waste of resources to spend such a big price to shoot it. 1.5 million gold coins to the heavens. After Yi Tian reported this price, no great ancestor followed suit. In this way, Yi Tian won the auction at the price of 1.5 million Tongtianji gold coins. Endless great ancestor, you actually have so many gold coins in the heaven-reaching realm. The great ancestor of blood was shocked. 267 Even he doesn't have so many gold coins in the boundless world, and where did the great ancestor of the endless world come from so much wealth? There is definitely no high-level treasure in a mere ruined stone pagoda, so there are not many gold coins from the infinite realm traded. Where does Yi Tian's wealth come from? He has a background, but Yi Tian has no background. Could it be that this endless great ancestor was accepted as a disciple by a certain heavenly ancestor? The great ancestor of the blood thinks so. After all, apart from this reason, he couldn't think of any other reason. Good luck, I just found a gold ore vein in the sky. 1. Yi Tian said. What, a gold ore vein that reaches the sky? The great ancestor of blood is really envious. This should still be a large-scale Tongtian realm gold vein. After all, a piece of Tongtian realm gold can be refined into 10 Tongtian realm gold coins at most. 1,500,000 infinite realm gold coins are equivalent to 150,000 infinite realm gold coins, which must have to be large-scale infinite realm gold veins to breed. The auction continues, but there are not many items left for later auctions. The next auction items are all unimaginably attractive to the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, but they are of no use to Yi Tian at present, so he did not participate in the auction. Not long after, the last auction item came up. Next is the last auction item, a copy of 9 Dragons Liquid. Ancestor Shui Yao said. When they heard that it was still 9 Dragons Liquid, many great ancestors were shocked and full of desire. The 9 Dragons Liquid is refined from the heavenly pure gold and many rare materials according to the 9 Dragons Liquid formula, which can help the great ancestor of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form peak to reach the heavenly ancestor level. Of course, Kowloon Liquid is not a 100% success rate, only a 30% success rate. But even so, the 9 Dragons Liquid is enough to make countless 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings' heartbeat. The 9 Dragons Liquid will appear in this auction. It must not have been taken out by the Taichan Palace, or else the Taichan Palace would have used it. It is possible that a certain great ancestor made 2 copies and took out one for auction. For whatever reason, this is my chance. And some great ancestors received information long ago, knowing that the 9 Dragons Liquid will appear in this auction, so they prepared a lot of gold coins from the heaven-reaching realm. The starting price of Julong Liquid is also very high, directly as high as 10 million Tongtianji gold coins. My 10 pieces of pure gold can't be exchanged for this Kowloon Liquid. Yi Tian secretly said. Soon, the auction starts. Yi Tian originally thought that there were not many great ancestors bidding. After all, this is as high as 10 million gold coins in the heavens. But he was immediately dumbfounded, and there were more than a dozen great ancestors bidding. Obviously, this time, more than a dozen forces are playing together. 11 million gold coins to the heavens. 12 million CJFJ celestial gold coins. 13 million gold coins to the heavens. The competition between these forces is extremely fierce, as if the gold coins of the Tongtian realm are just numbers to them. These forces are really rich. If it wasn't for my ability to fuse all things, I would really be no match for them. Yi Tian secretly said. If he uses Tongtian true gold to exchange Tongtian realm gold coins from Taichan Palace, he can indeed win this 9 Dragons Liquid 100%. However, that is not necessary. He doesn't want to be the target of public criticism. If he obtains the 9 Dragons Liquid formula in the future, he can completely refine the 9 Dragons Liquid by himself. In the end, Julongye was bid away by a party at the terrifying auction price of 23 million Tongtianji gold coins. So far, the Taichan auction is over. Yi Tian came out of the auction with not only some gold coins from the heaven-reaching realm, but also some quirky crystal hearts and the inheritance of the 10-armed golden body immeasurable supernatural powers. At this moment, he clearly felt that the eyes of many great ancestors were focused on him, and he obviously had some thoughts on him. Of course, they didn't dare to do it, otherwise they would anger the Taichan Palace. The free trade fair is still going on, but Yi Tian is not going to stay here, he wants to go back. So, he left here directly and returned to Xuanqi territory. Those great ancestors did not know that Yi Tian was the great ancestor of Xuanqi territory. Even if they knew, it would not be easy to cross the infinite realm ruins and come to Xuanqi territory. Therefore, Yi Tian does not need to worry that he will be attacked by those 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. Ruined Stone Tower. After Yi Tian came back, he began to retreat. This time, he wants the limitless feather armor, the limitless supernatural power. As for the 10-armed golden body, it is impossible for him to practice it for the time being, so he is not in a hurry to practice. Dragon Scale Saint Profound Crystal, Qiandao Gold Liquid, Ancient Dark Wood, God's Blood Soil, and the Heart of Strange Crystals are all available, and now we are using these 5 materials to integrate into the depths of immeasurable bones, and connect with immeasurable supernatural powers. The power of the seed imprint of the art is fused, and then slowly cultivate according to the cultivation method inherited from the infinite feather armor, intervening in the power of the seed imprint. Yi Tian took out these 5 materials and started to practice. Boom! The 5 materials gradually merged into the immeasurable bones, and under the control of Yi Tian, gradually formed the strength of the imprint of the immeasurable feather armor. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian's immeasurable feather armor mark gradually formed. The immeasurable feather armor mark was completely formed. Success! Yi Tian was extremely excited. He practiced it in one wash. If he failed, his materials would not be enough. After all, there is only one Dragon Scale Saint Profound Crystal. The imprint of the immeasurable feather armor is formed. As long as he becomes the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, the real immeasurable feather armor and immeasurable magical powers can be bred. Next, accept the inheritance of the 10-armed golden body, the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, and see what this technique of immeasurable supernatural powers looks like. Yi Tian muttered. Chapter 2388 Consecutive Breakthroughs, 7 Whole Body Tempering. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Boom! The inheritance of the 10-armed golden body, the immeasurable magical power, was integrated into Yi Tian's will. Gradually, he learned all about the training content of the 10-armed golden body. According to the inheritance content, the 10-armed golden body involves 10 immeasurable bones, and the positions of these 10 immeasurable bones are fixed and must be of super quality. And Yi Tian's entire body has reached the super quality, which naturally meets this requirement. For Yi Tian, the only thing he currently lacks is the material needed to cultivate the 10-armed golden body. Yi Tian took a look and found that a total of 10 materials were needed, each of which was extremely precious, and one of them was pure gold. How precious is the value of pure gold? It is only one of the materials here. I don't have any other materials except pure gold. Yi Tian felt that he would definitely not be able to trade these materials at the moment, because the value of these materials was no less than that of Tongtian Zhenjin, and Xuanqi's realm would definitely not be able to find them. Therefore, he temporarily gave up cultivating the 10-armed golden body, and waited for a chance to talk about it in the future. In the following years, Yi Tian mainly carried out whole body tempering, striving to improve his cultivation to the level of more than 9 whole body tempering. With his current cultivation level, his strength will skyrocket every time he tempers his entire body. Time flies, another long time has passed. Yi Tian consumed a lot of blood gold stones, and finally completed a whole body tempering. At this time, he has completed 6 whole body tempering, and his strength has skyrocketed. However, it is somewhat difficult to complete the 7th whole body tempering in a short period of time. We have to rely on the blue wolf in the evil blue land to duplicate his body. After Yi Tian came out of the land of evil blue, the ghost blue wolf's cloned body remained there, and he was worried that the ancestors would investigate the land of evil blue, so the cloned body had been cultivating and did not rush around. He also did not reproduce his true body in the blue land, just worried about being discovered. But for so long, there has been no movement in the land of evil blue. The entire land of evil blue seems to be blocked by the ancestors, only waiting for the next opening. So, he can execute his plan. Evil blue land. A gigantic dark blue wolf came out from the depths of the ground, with an incomparably powerful aura announcing that it had broken through to the 4th stage. This is Yi Tian's blue wolf clone body. After these years, he has entered the 4th stage on his own. Naturally, its strength is not as good as the real body clone body, but its combat power is also very strong. However, if you want to scrape a lot of resources from the land of evil blue, you have to rely on Yi Tian's real body to duplicate his body. Copy. It didn't take long for Yi Tian's true copy body to be copied, and it was hidden in the ghost blue wolf's copy body. Go and find resources. Yi Tian shuttled through the land of evil blue as a blue wolf, looking for resources that would be of great help to him. It has to be said that the resources of the evil blue land are really many. Even if they were swept away by many 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings last time, they still have a lot of resources today. Some of these resources are of very good value, and are useful to the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms. Yi Tian uses the blue wolf clone to scrape many resources. If he encounters a creature that he can't handle, he will use the real clone to take action. With the strength of the real body to replicate the body, there are not many creatures that can compare with him in the land of evil blue. This day, Yi Tian found an immeasurable blood spirit tree again, and it was bigger and stronger than the last one, so the immeasurable blood spirit liquid it extracted would be of higher quality. Nice catch. After Yi Tian killed the creature guarding this immeasurable blood spirit tree, he took the immeasurable blood spirit tree away, and spent a little time extracting the immeasurable blood spirit liquid. In the following years, Yi Tian found a lot of immeasurable blood spirit trees, some of which were hidden deeply, but he still discovered them. At the same time, other resources also fell into Yi Tian's hands in large quantities. With the immeasurable amount of blood spirit liquid and other resources that are helpful for the whole body tempering that I have obtained now, it should be enough to raise my cultivation to the level of 7 whole body tempering. Subsequently, Yi Tian found a place in the land of Evil Blue and began to retreat and practice here. After all, the land of Evil Blue was blocked, and his cloned body could not leave the land of Evil Blue. Even if he brought Dunjashuo, it would attract the attention of the ancestors. So, he simply retreated here. A large amount of immeasurable blood spirit liquid was taken out by Yi Tian and turned into a pool of immeasurable blood spirit fluid. Then, he put a lot of other resources and materials, one by one, into the infinite blood spirit liquid pool. Then, he immersed his body into the infinite blood spirit liquid pool, and began to absorb the energy in it, tempering the whole body. Ask for flowers. Boom. A large amount of pure energy poured into Yi Tian's whole body, constantly tempering the whole body, making Yi Tian's body stronger and stronger. With the passage of time, Yi Tian is getting closer and closer to the 7th whole body tempering, and the energy in the pool is also rapidly depleting. In the blink of an eye, Yi Tian has practiced here for millions of years. At this point, the pool is about to run out. Boom. Yi Tian's body began to transform. He was finally about to complete the 7th whole body tempering, and his body also ushered in a great transformation. After a long time, the transformation of his body was over, and he had become a 4th stage high-level immeasurable being who had undergone 7 whole body tempering, and his strength was much higher than before. Breakthrough. Yi Tian was quite excited. With his foundation, from the 6th whole body tempering to the 7th whole body tempering, the extent of strength improvement far exceeds that of other great ancestors. Of course, the resources he needs are also unimaginable. However, just when he broke through, it seemed to cause some changes in the rules of the Evil Blue Land. Not good. Yi Tian had no other thoughts, and directly annihilated this real copy body, erasing all traces of himself. Next moment, a series of terrifying wills descended here, and they explored many territories one by one, and then locked Yi Tian's Evil Blue Wolf replica body. Exposed, Yi Tian secretly said. The next moment, a finger protruded from the void, and pressed a finger on the cloned body of his blue wolf. Then, the ghost blue wolf's clone body turned into ashes. After killing Yi Tian, the secluded blue wolf, several voices chatted in nothingness. A great ancestor was mixed into the land of Evil Blue. The great ancestor ran very fast and escaped in a way that we did not understand. The blue wolf was probably subdued by him and could only be killed. That great ancestor's cultivation base doesn't seem to even have the 5th stage high-order boundless being's realm, but his strength is very strong. Which heavenly ancestor's disciple is he? No matter who is the disciple, but the Evil Blue Land is a treasure we discovered. It is used for entertainment. It's a bit too much to send disciples over to collect resources. Forget it, it's better to play in another place next time. Immediately, these heavenly ancestors left the corpse one by one. Chapter 2389 The Great Pavilion Master of Xuanqi Pavilion has fallen. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. The heavenly ancestors are so terrifying, my blue wolf clone did not have the slightest resistance to resist, and was immediately annihilated. Yi Tian sighed inwardly. Under the arrival of the heavenly ancestor's finger, even he could not move, and his own time and space were directly frozen. Even if his real body duplicates his body, this is the end. Even if he is 10 times stronger now, the same is true. This is the first time he has faced a heavenly ancestor, and he has truly seen the strength of an heavenly ancestor. I'm still a long way from the ancestors, Yi Tian muttered. However, he has gained a lot this time, and his cultivation has reached the level of the 7th full body tempering. Although the replica body has been annihilated, he can continue to replicate it. Soon, he replaced his entire body with the 7th whole body tempering level. After that, he continued to practice, striving to raise his cultivation base to 267 to the level of the 8th whole body tempering. However, to achieve this step is not only difficult, but also requires long years of penance. Xuanqi Pavilion. On this day, the pavilion master of Xuanqi Pavilion and 6 deputy pavilion masters appeared at the headquarters Xuanqi Mountain, and several hidden 4th stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms also appeared one by one. They are having a very important meeting. At this time, every great ancestor had a heavy face. At this time, the pavilion master of Xuanqi Pavilion, Xuanwu Patriarch said in a very heavy tone, "You must all know that our pavilion master has perished outside the world. The news is really true." Ancestor Xuanxin's face was pale. He knew what the fall of the pavilion master meant to Xuanqi Pavilion. Xuanqi Pavilion. Since the fall of the Xuanqi heavenly ancestor in the endless distant era, they are no longer the masters of Xuanqi territory. And with the continuous rise of Taichan Palace, 3 heavenly ancestors were born one after another, and the entire Xuanqi territory has become the back garden of Taichan Palace. And their Xuanqi Pavilion has been declining, and now they can only rely on the master of the big pavilion to deter other forces. The strength of the pavilion master is not weak, even among the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, he belongs to the top ranks. In these years, the pavilion master has been wandering outside the world, looking for opportunities to break through the ancestors. After all, if you stay in the Xuanqi territory all the time, there is absolutely no hope of breaking through, because the Xuanqi territory has no resources to help the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings to attack the ancestors, and it has long been swept away by the Taichan Palace. Therefore, if you want to break through to become the ancestor, you must leave the Xuanqi realm. But they never thought that the great pavilion master who was in the top ranks of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings actually fell outside the world. This is simply catastrophic news. At this time, another deputy pavilion master said, "Xuanwu Pavilion Master, now the big pavilion master has fallen, our Xuanqi Pavilion has lost the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and the strength has dropped greatly. I am afraid that other forces will take the opportunity to deal with us." What? The great ancestor Xuanwu also knows this, and the purpose of this meeting is to discuss this. There are not many forces in Xuanqi Pavilion that can compare with our Xuanqi Pavilion. Even if we lose the big pavilion now, they are not comparable to ordinary forces. The only ones that really threaten us and may attack us are the Outer Boundary Alliance and Zhuyanghai. 1. The Outside World Alliance can take advantage at most, and it is impossible to directly fight against our Xuanqi Pavilion. However, Zhuyanghai is different. Our Xuanqi Pavilion itself is in great conflict with Zhuyanghai, and we have been competing for many territories and resources. Moreover, Zhuyanghai also has a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. They really dare to do their best to us. In order to prevent the loss from being too serious, some treasures should be abandoned when they should be abandoned, and the focus will be on the core territory. 1 inch. Then, they began to assign tasks. Xuanwu Great Ancestor ordered, "Xuanxin Great Ancestor, you go to guard Xuanwu Mountain. Xuanwu Mountain is very important to our Xuanqi Pavilion and must be guarded to avoid being invaded by other forces." "Yes," the Great Ancestor Xuanxin replied. Xuanwu Mountain. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin came here and opened the magic circle one by one. The reason why Xuanwu Mountain is very important is that there is a bloody soil here, and many resources are bred here, and there is also an immeasurable blood gold stone vein here. Of course, the immeasurable blood gold stone lode here is only a small ore vein, and the immeasurable blood gold stone has been mined, and only a long period of time will give birth to an immeasurable blood gold stone. But even so, this is a very important treasure. I hope other forces will not come to invade our Xuanqi Pavilion." Ancestor Xuanxin murmured, but he is very clear that the resources currently possessed by Xuanqi Pavilion do not match its own strength. Xuanqi Pavilion is too weak now, but resources occupy a lot. The resources of Zhuyanghai are not as good as Xuanqi Pavilion, so Zhuyanghai will definitely not be convinced. However, they are unwilling to let them give up most of the resources, and at most give up a small part of the unimportant places. It didn't take long for the news of the fall of the great pavilion master of Xuanqi Pavilion to spread. For a time, the entire Xuanqi territory was shocked. The big pavilion master of Xuanqi Pavilion has fallen. Yi Tian was a little surprised. That was said to be the top 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and he also had the treasure left by Xuanqi Tianzu. How strong his life-saving ability was. Such a great ancestor actually perished outside the world. Yi Tian didn't know how the other party fell, and didn't care. But this time, the strength of Xuanqi Pavilion has been greatly reduced, and I am afraid that it will lead to some big problems. Of course, even if something happened to Xuanqi Pavilion, it had nothing to do with him. However, it is also good to go and see the lively. Time passed slowly, and many forces were ready to move. And the sea is naturally eyeing the branch pavilion. Juyonhai, which has the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, naturally does not take Xuanqi Pavilion in his eyes now. However, Juyonhai did not dare to directly invade Xuanqi Mountain, the headquarters of Xuanqi Pavilion. Xuanqi Mountain has the magic formation that Xuanqi Tianzu once arranged, as well as many means. Even if Juyonhai comes out in full force, it will not be able to break Xuanqi Mountain and may even lose 5.9 heavy. However, they can snatch the many treasures of Xuanqi Pavilion. After discussing for a long time, they decided to attack Xuanwu Mountain in Xuanqi Pavilion. Xuanwu Mountain is relatively close to the site of Juyongxi. They can completely eat Xuanwu Mountain and the surrounding territory and turn it into the site of Juyongxi. Of course, Juyonhai had to involve other 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings in Xuanqi Mountain, otherwise it would not be easy to capture Xuanwu Mountain. I have to invite the great ancestor of Juyong to do it in person. A Juyonhai executive suggested. Soon, the great ancestor of Juyong left the customs and went directly to Xuanqi Mountain, sitting cross-legged in the void outside Xuanqi Mountain. With him here, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form of Xuanqi Pavilion would never dare to go out. Subsequently, the 4th stage of Juyonhai digital high-level immeasurable life forms headed to Xuanwu Mountain, and a battle is about to begin. Chapter 2390 Xuanqi Armor, Tianzu and #039, S trump card. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Xuanwu Mountain. Several high-level immeasurable beings of the 4th stage of the 9 Suns Sea led many high-rank immeasurable beings to surround Xuanwu Mountain, and use the treasure to block the time and space around Xuanwu Mountain. Junfeng Great Ancestor, what do you Juyonhai do? The Great Ancestor Xuanxin looked through the magic circle, looked at one of the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings outside the magic circle, and asked. The Great Ancestor of Xuanxin, let go of Xuanwu Mountain, it belongs to our Juyongxi. The Great Ancestor Junfeng said in a commanding tone. Junfeng Great Ancestor, Xuanwu Mountain is where our Xuanqi Pavilion is located, please leave. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin was calm on the surface, but he panicked in his heart. After all, several 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings sent by Juyonhai were all powerful, and the most powerful of them was this Great Ancestor of True Wind, who had already completed the after 4 whole body tempering. His strength surpassed him. Even if Xuanwu Mountain is protected by a magic circle, it cannot stop the attacks of these Great Ancestors. Time passed by, and Xuanxin Grand Ancestor still did not choose to give up Xuanwu Mountain. Seeing this, Junfeng Great Ancestor and the others stopped wasting time and chose to attack 29 strikes directly. Boom! An ancestor launched an attack, and they all hit the magic circle of Xuanwu Mountain. In an instant, the surrounding time and space collapsed, and the magic circle was also cracked. It didn't take long for the arrays to be smashed, and the ancestors of Junfeng directly rushed into the Xuanwu Mountain. Xuanwu Mountain can't be preserved. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin knew very well that with the current strength of Xuanqi Pavilion, there was no way to retake Xuanwu Mountain. So, he directly destroyed this treasure. Even if he lost it, he couldn't leave it to Juyonhai. He reached out and grabbed the blood of the gods. Due to the limited time, he could not take away all the resources in the treasure land. Immeasurable blood gold stone veins are destroyed. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin aimed at the core of the ore vein with a savage blow, and regardless of whether it destroyed the boundless blood gold stone or vein, he simply chose to escape. However, the behavior of the Great Ancestor Xuanxin still angered the Great Ancestors of Juyonhai. Ancestor Xuanxin, you are courting death. The Great Ancestor Junfeng and the others directly killed him and stopped the Great Ancestor Xuanxin. Boom! The battle between the high-level immeasurable beings belonging to the 4th stage has begun. Almost in a breath, the Great Ancestor Xuanxin was severely injured. After all, his strength is much weaker than Junfeng Gazu and the others, and he is still one to many. How to fight? Soon, the Great Ancestor Zanshin was on the verge of death. Junfeng Great Ancestor, do you really dare to kill me? The Great Ancestor Xuanxin said in fear. So what if I killed you? You Xuanqi Pavilion still dare to jump around? The Great Ancestor Junfeng sneered. Today's Xuanqi Pavilion has lost its qualification to compete with Juyonhai. If it weren't for Xuanqishan's magic formation being too powerful, otherwise, Juyonhai would have dared to push down Xuanqishan directly. Therefore, he killed the Great Ancestor of Xuanxin, and Xuanqi Pavilion did not dare to do anything. Die! The Great Ancestor Junfeng used a limitless extreme technique, directly piercing through the body of the Great Ancestor Xuanxin, completely erasing its last vitality. After killing the Great Ancestor Xuanxin, the Great Ancestor Junfeng and the others shot again, killing the Great Ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion in Xuanwu Mountain. In an instant, Xuanwu Mountain was completely occupied by Zhuyangxi. Xuanqi Pavilion. Xuanwu Great Ancestor soon learned about the situation of Xuanwu Mountain. The fall of a great ancestor made them extremely distressed. Those are the backbone of Xuanqi Pavilion. And with the fall of the great ancestor Xuanqin, they were completely angry. The great ancestor Xuanqin has fallen, and Xuanwu Mountain has been taken away by Zhuyangxi. The great ancestor Xuanwu announced the tragic news. Pavilion Master Xuanwu, we can't go on like this, otherwise the Nine Suns Sea will become more and more excessive. Moreover, there are already other forces that have followed the Nine Sun Seas and eroded many of our territories. We must do something to let other forces know. Our Xuanqi Pavilion is not so easy to bully. We must take revenge on Zhuyanhai. The fall of the great ancestor Xuanqin can't be left alone. If the great ancestor Xuanqin falls, we don't do anything, maybe it won't be long before we die at the hands of Zhuyanhai. At this time, a great ancestor suggested, Pavilion Master Xuanwu, use the thing. As soon as he heard that thing, Pavilion Master Xuanwu sighed slightly. I really want to use Xuanqi armor, we only have the last source gold crystal left in Xuanqi Pavilion. Once this source golden crystal is exhausted, we will no longer be able to mobilize Xuanqi's armored warriors. This is the last whole card left to us by Xuanqi Tianzu. Master Xuanwu, as long as we don't say it, Zhuyanhai and other forces will not know that our Xuanqi Pavilion only has the last original golden crystal. They may think that we still have the original golden crystal, that Xuanqi armor still has it. Deterrent. Yeah, if Xuanqi armored warriors don't use it, then it's a decoration, and it must be revealed. Only if Xuanqi armored warriors are exposed, then our Xuanqi Pavilion still has the combat power of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. After the narration and persuasion of these great ancestors, Pavilion Master Xuanwu decided to use Xuanqi armor. Immediately, they went to the depths of Xuanqi Mountain, took out the Xuanqi armor, and took out a golden crystal of origin from the treasure house. Then, they put the source gold crystal on Xuanqi armor and activated Xuanqi armor. When Xuanqi Pavilion urged Xuanqi's armored soldiers, Zhuyang Great Ancestor of Zhuyangxi had already left Xuanqi Mountain and returned to 280 Zhuyangxi. For Zhuyanhai, taking a Xuanwu Mountain is enough. Therefore, there is no need for Zhuyang Great Ancestor to stay here. Soon, the great ancestor Xuanwu and the others took the Xuanqi armored soldiers out of Xuanqi Mountain, saw the great ancestor of Zhuyang leave, and went directly to the Sea of Nine Suns. They decided to invade Zhuyangxi, and even if they couldn't destroy Zhuyangxi, they had to make Zhuyangxi severely damaged, thus avenging the fall of Xuanqin Great Ancestor. Boom! Many great ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion went to Zhuyangxi with great might. The Pavilion Master Xuanwu of Xuanqi Pavilion has gone to Zhuyanhai. Yi Tian was a little curious. The Xuanwu Mountain of Xuanqi Pavilion was taken away, and Xuanqi Pavilion also lost a 4th stage Xuanqin Great Ancestor. How dare you challenge Zhuyanhai now? Interesting, it seems that Xuanqi Pavilion has used its trump card. Could it be that this trump card can compete with the Great Ancestor of Nine Suns in the 5th stage? Yi Tian thought to himself. So, he prepared to go over to watch the fun. Swish, Yi Tian left from the ruined stone pagoda and went to Zhuyangxi. At the same time, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms of many forces used to watch the fun, but they absolutely did not participate. Chapter 2391 The Great Ancestor of Zhuyang vs. Xuanqi Jiaxi. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Nine Suns Sea. Yi Tian came here very quickly, and saw a lot of great ancestors here, all of whom came to watch the fun. And the great ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion had already entered Zhuyangxi, and the great ancestors of Zhuyangxi also came out. For Zhuyanhai, the mere Xuanqi Pavilion is nothing to worry about, they wouldn't hide inside the Zhuyanhai headquarters, it would be too embarrassing. Above the endless void of the Nine Suns Sea, the two sides confronted each other. At this time, Yi Tian noticed the existence of Xuanqi armor. Xuanqi Jiaxi is not a practitioner, and can only be regarded as a dead thing. The energy is maintained by the source gold crystal, so the energy is restrained, and ordinary ancestors can't see anything. But Yi Tian swept away with his copy talent, and saw a clue. Something similar to a puppet, but high grade, can't understand. Yi Tian secretly said, boom, the Zhuyang great ancestor of Zhuyangxi ripped apart the time and space, and the terrifying atmosphere permeated the entire Zhuyangxi, making the countless grand ancestors who were watching the lively around them tremble with fear. This is the terrifying power of the 5th stage high-order infinite life form. Kill a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form with the strength of Juyong Great Ancestor, and you can instantly kill it with a wave of your hand. At this moment, Great Ancestor Juyong looked at Great Ancestor Xuanwu and the others, and said with a sneer, Ancestor Xuanwu, originally you were staying in Xuanqi Mountain, and I really didn't dare to do anything to you. However, you actually came out of Xuanqi Mountain, aren't you afraid that I will kill you all? The Great Ancestor of Juyong, do you think we dare to come to your Juyong Sea if we don't have a trump card? Xuanwu Great Ancestor is full of confidence. After all, Xuanqi armor is something refined by Xuanqi Heavenly Ancestor, and he has sufficient confidence in Xuanqi armor. He believes that the strength of Juyong Patriarch is definitely inferior to Xuanqi Jiashi. If it goes well, Xuanqi armor may be able to inflict heavy damage on the Great Ancestor of Juyong, or even kill the Great Ancestor of Juyong. Oh, is this thing your trump card? Juyong Patriarch's gaze turned to Xuanqi Jiashi, and he naturally saw it. However, he did not know Xuanqi Jiashi. After all, Xuanqi Pavilion had never used this trump card. Not bad, Ancestor Xuanwu admitted it. Boom. The Xuanqi armored soldier stepped out one step at a time, and a terrifying aura gradually emerged. Seeing this, the ancestors around were shocked. The 5th stage. This Xuanqi armor is obviously a puppet, but it exudes an aura that is comparable to the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. It is simply incredible. Original gold crystal. The face of Juyong Great Ancestor changed, and he actually sensed the breath of the source Jinjing. There is only one thing for a puppet that has the source gold crystal as an energy source, the infinite realm armor. Is this the infinite realm armor? Thinking of this, Great Ancestor Juyong took a step back subconsciously, but quickly reacted. No, it's impossible for you Xuanqi Pavilion to have armored warriors from the boundless realm. The Great Ancestor of Juyong is very aware of the value of the infinite realm armored warriors. If dozens of boundless realm armored warriors form a battle formation, they can surround and kill a heavenly ancestor. Even if it is a single boundless realm armor, it is almost invincible in the 5th stage, and can instantly kill the top 5th stage high-level infinity life form. The value of the boundless realm armor is enough to make an ordinary heavenly ancestor go bankrupt, and Xuanqi Heavenly Ancestor is just an ordinary heavenly ancestor. How could he leave a boundless realm armored warrior as his trump card for Xuanqi Pavilion? Moreover, the aura of this Xuanqi armor is far inferior to that of the boundless realm armor. The Great Ancestor Xuanwu smiled and said, The Great Ancestor of Juyong, Zan, our Xuanqi Pavilion's Qi Jiashi is indeed not a real infinite realm guard, but a pseudo-infinite realm guard, but there are also high-level infinite lifeforms comparable to the top 5th stage. Physical strength. Superior. Xuanwu Great Ancestor shouted. The Xuanqi armor rushed up in an instant, and instantly formed a domain that belonged to the Xuanqi armor, trapping the Juyong Great Ancestor, lest the Juyong Great Ancestor avoid the Xuanqi armor and attack the other Great Ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion. Afterwards, the Great Ancestor Xuanwu led the other Great Ancestors to fight with the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings of the Nine Suns Sea. Immediately, the entire Nine Suns Sea turned into a battlefield. Soldier of Infinite Realm, Armor of Xuanqi, Golden Crystal of Origin. Yi Tian had heard of it before, but it was the first time he had seen it. According to his understanding, the source golden crystal is a substance that can only be born after a realm is destroyed. Only the ancestors can take this material and condense it into the source golden crystal. However, it is very difficult to destroy a realm. Even if the ancestors make a move, there is no way to destroy a realm. Only some special reasons will cause a realm to fall into ruin. As for the special reason, he didn't know. In short, the value of the original gold crystal is extremely rare and precious. In the previous treasure list of Yin Hengtianzu, there was the treasure of the source gold crystal, but the contribution value required was huge, so it was impossible to exchange it. And the infinite realm armored warriors are even more precious. There are no ordinary ancestors. Yi Tian has only heard the name before. Although the Xuanqi armored warriors of Xuanqi Pavilion are not as good as the armored warriors of the boundless world, they are absolutely precious, and only the ancestors can refine them. Xuanqi Pavilion has such a trump card. Juyonghai really may not be able to win in this battle, and even has a high probability of losing. Quote. Strange, Xuanqi Pavilion has such a whole card, why not show it? If it was lit up earlier, Juyonghai would never dare to invade Xuanwu Mountain, and Xuanqin Great Ancestor would not fall. Yi Tian secretly said. After thinking about it, there is only one possibility, that is, this whole card is a real whole card, and it cannot be shown casually, that is, it cannot be used again and again. The Xuanqi armor is broken every time, the only one is this, the number of crystals is not much, and it is reluctant to urge the Xuanqi armor, the civilian card. However, no one dared to rashly test it without knowing how many original gold crystals Xuanqi Pavilion had they paid for it. Time passed slowly, and the battle between Xuanqi Pavilion and Juyanhai gradually became intensified. Many great ancestors had already fallen, and even the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings were seriously injured. But they are all very clear that the real decision depends on the battle between Juyong Great Ancestor and Xuanqi armor. At this moment, the domain of Xuanqi armor was broken, and a figure rushed out, which was the Great Ancestor of Juyong. However, at this moment, the Great Ancestor of Juyong is very embarrassed. One arm is missing, and it has not recovered. It can be seen that the injury is very serious. Moreover, the armor on Juyong Great Ancestor was cracked, and the defense of that armor was definitely much higher than Yitian's Golden God armor and Stone Defense armor, but it was still about to be scrapped. Return to headquarters, Juyong Patriarch ordered. This order also means that Juyanhai is at a disadvantage, it is considered a defeat. Chapter 2392 Market Gold. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Whoa. The ancestors of Juyanhai began to flee, and the ancestors of Juyong were responsible for staying behind to stop the Xuanqi armored soldiers. If Xuanqi armor slaughtered other great ancestors, no one could resist. Since this place is in the Nine Suns Sea, it is very easy for them to return to the headquarters, and they did not lose too many great ancestors during the period. In the blink of an eye, all the ancestors of Juyanhai returned to the headquarters of Juyanhai, and opened a heavy magic circle to resist the ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion. The great ancestors who were watching were also completely dumbfounded, and they didn't expect today's ending to be like this. Before that, Xuanwu Mountain in Xuanqi Pavilion was captured by Juyongxi, and the great ancestor Xuanqin was killed. I thought that Xuanqi Pavilion was completely in decline and could not compete with Juyongxi at all. Unexpectedly, Xuanqi Pavilion also has the trump card of Xuanqi armor. After Juyanhai returned to the headquarters, Xuanqi armor directly attacked Juyanhai's array. Boom! Under attack again and again, Juyanhai's array collapsed little by little. Compared with Xuanqi Pavilion, Juyanhai has not been born with Tianzu, so there is no trump card, and the magic array is only built by Juyong Great Ancestor in the 5th stage, which is not comparable to the magic circle of Xuanqi Pavilion. However, not long after the attack, Xuanqi Pavilion gave up directly. Go to Xuanwu Mountain. The great ancestor of Xuanwu took the soldiers of Xuanqi to Xuanwu Mountain. However, the ancestors of Juyanhai and Zan 280 Wushan have received the news and left, leaving only the empty Xuanwu Mountain treasure land. So far, Xuanwu Mountain once again returned to the hands of Xuanqi Pavilion. Not long after that, the great ancestors of Xuanqi Pavilion kept chasing and killing the great ancestors outside Juyanhai. Many great ancestors were killed one after another, and many treasures were also lost, causing Juyanhai to suffer heavy losses. But soon, Xuanqi Pavilion stopped. Because Taichan Palace has spoken. Stop. Just one sentence. Let Xuanqi Pavilion stop chasing and kill the great ancestors of Juyanhai, and completely reconcile with Juyanhai. This is the deterrence of Taichan Palace. Whether it is Juyanhai or Xuanqi Pavilion, they are the top forces in Xuanqi territory. If the trouble continues like this, Xuanqi territory will be in chaos. Xuanqi territory is equivalent to the back garden of Taichan Palace. It's okay to make small troubles, but if you make trouble for a long time, Taichan Palace will naturally take care of it. And just like that, this farce ended. And after this incident, many forces were once again afraid of Xuanqi Pavilion. They thought that the big pavilion master of Xuanqi Pavilion had fallen, and Xuanqi Pavilion would completely decline. But now it seems that Xuanqi Pavilion is still very powerful. Moreover, no one CJFJ knows if Xuanqi Pavilion has other more powerful cards, so they cannot easily offend Xuanqi Pavilion. Ruined Stone Tower. After Yitian came back, there was an idea in his heart. He is going to copy Xuanqi armor. According to the ability to copy talent, he can't copy creatures with higher cultivation than himself, but he can copy everything. Xuanqi armor is not a living being, but an item, so the ability to copy everything can be used here. The resources copied by copying everything can't be used to assist cultivation, but if you copy the Xuanqi armor, it can really be used for battle. So, Yitian began to try to copy the Xuanqi armor. Yitian fully motivated the ability to copy talent to copy Xuanqi armor. However, the speed of this copying is very slow, which shows how difficult it is for Xuanqi armor to copy. And the energy consumed during the copying process is too much. Yi Tian is too late to absorb the energy from the outside world, because he cannot keep up with the energy consumption in time, the copying process will be interrupted and the true copying cannot be successful. Therefore, Yi Tian consumes a lot of resource refining to replenish energy. It took a long time to finally reproduce a Xuanqi armored soldier. Success! Yi Tian said excitedly. This Xuanqi armor is exactly the same as the Xuanqi armor in Xuanqi Pavilion, and there is no difference. However, this Xuanqi armored soldier could not be moved. There is no source gold crystal. Yi Tian said regretfully. He also tried to copy the original golden crystal, but the material of the original golden crystal seems to be beyond the scope of copying talent, so there is no way to copy it out of thin air. In fact, even if it is replicated, it cannot be used as energy. After all, the ability to copy all things, to copy the items, can only be seen and understood, but there is no way to use them as real. You still have to find a golden crystal of origin before you can mobilize this Xuanqi armor. Yi Tian thought to himself. But the source gold crystal is too rare, and he has no way to obtain it yet. I wonder if it can be replaced with other resources. Yi Tian secretly said. Therefore, he began to inquire about the information about the source gold crystal and the information of the infinite realm armor, to see if he could find a substitute for the source golden crystal from these materials. It happened that during the years of Xuanqi's territory, many forces were also inquiring about this news. After all, everyone wants to obtain a Xuanqi armored warrior, even an unbounded armored warrior. Even if they can't get it, they won't hold some in-depth information. Therefore, the news about the infinite realm armor and the source gold crystal gradually increased. According to the information, an infinite realm armored soldier needs 3 source gold crystals to activate, and Xuanqi armored soldier estimates that only 1 is enough. But still no one knows what the substitute for Yuanyuan Jinjing is. After all, those forces in Xuanqi territory have not even seen boundless realm armored soldiers, nor have they seen Yuanyuan Jinjing, so they know very little information. However, on this day, Yi Tian got useful information from the Great Ancestor of Blood. The Great Ancestor of Blood, do you mean that the market gold can replace the original gold crystal? Yi Tian looked at the Great Ancestor of Blood and asked. Yes, the Great Ancestor Bai Shui affirmed. When I followed the Ancient Blood Ancient Heavenly Ancestor, I heard the Ancient Blood Ancient Heavenly Ancestor say that the Infinite Realm Armored Warriors can only be activated by a mysterious substance, and the original golden crystal contains this substance, while the Ruins Gold also contains this substance. However, there are very few substances contained in the market gold, so a large amount of market gold is needed to motivate the warriors of the Boundless Realm. I see. Yi Tian understood the situation and wanted to find Xu Jin. According to the information provided by the Great Ancestor of Blood, the market gold exists in the Infinite Realm Ruins, and it is also very difficult to find. If it could be found easily, many 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings would have entered the Infinite Realm Ruins in search of market gold. And in the Infinite Realm Ruins, there is a creature that can easily find Ruins gold, and that is Ruin snakes. However, the strength of any Ruin snake is no less than that of the top 4th stage high-order immeasurable life forms, and its speed is faster than many 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms. In addition, the infinite boundary market is an area that practitioners are unwilling to step into. It is very dangerous to enter there. Even the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms are not without danger. Even if the Ruin snake is found and caught, there is no way for the Ruin snake to help find the Ruin gold. Therefore, it is very difficult to find the market gold, and no one's ancestors will look for it. Chapter 2393 Massive Market Gold. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. If I can find a Ruin snake in the Infinite Realm Ruins, I can copy a Ruin snake and use the ability of the Ruin snake to find Ruin gold. Yi Tian thought so. The only difficulty now is to find the Ruin snake. Infinite Realm Ruins. Yi Tian's duplicate body is here to look for the existence of the Ruin snake, and with his current strength, he is not afraid of the ordinary 5th stage countless ruin monsters. Therefore, he directly did not use the immeasurable ruined monster copy body as a cover, and directly copied the real body to find the existence of the Ruin snake. Along the way, he encountered a lot of countless ruins monsters, but they were all killed by him. Gradually, there were some inexplicable breaths on his body. This kind of breath made the ordinary infinite ruins dare not come to trouble him again, but the infinite ruins who dared to trouble him have reached the 5th stage. This day, Yi Tian also encountered an immeasurable world beast. The strength of this boundless world beast is very powerful. Even Yi Tian can only barely compete with the opponent, and it is impossible to kill the opponent. Tough guy, Yi Tian kept fleeing, and it took a long time to get rid of this boundless beast. Time flies, Yi Tian has found many places in the infinite boundary ruins, and has also encountered many dangers. Once again, he encountered an incomparably terrifying boundless ruins monster, whose strength far surpassed Yi Tian, and killed Yi Tian in an instant. Of course, only losing a copy body is not a big loss to Yi Tian. In this way, Yi Tian has been looking for millions of years in the infinite realm ruins, and he has lost many times just by copying his body. Finally on this day, Yi Tian found a ruined snake, and it was still the 4th stage ruined snake, which just met Yi Tian's requirements. When he discovered this ruined snake, the ruined snake sensed it and escaped at an extremely terrifying speed. So fast, much faster than me, Yi Tian exclaimed. If there is no way to limit the speed of the ruined snake, there is really no way to catch it. And here is the infinite realm ruins, which is an environment suitable for ruined snakes, not suitable for practitioners, so it is not easy to limit the speed of ruined snakes here. Yi Tian didn't need to catch the ruined snake. The moment he found the ruined snake, the copying talent could copy its body. After the ruined snake left, Yi Tian started to copy the ruined snake. Not long after, a ruined snake was copied by Yi Tian. After copying the body of the ruined snake, Yi Tian finally knew why the ruined snake's speed was so fast. It turned out that if the speed of the ruined snake was in a place like Xuanqi territory, its speed would be similar to that of a normal 4th stage high-order immeasurable being. But in the infinite realm ruins, practitioners cannot travel through time and space, they can only fly, and their speed is also limited. The ruined snake is different. Not only is it not restricted, but it can also mobilize the power of the infinite boundary ruins to advance its speed, which can make it faster. Unfortunately, the existence of Shu Jin was still not sensed. It should be because there is no Shu Jin nearby, so the Shu snake can't sense it. Yi Tian thought to himself. Immediately, Yi Tian, the replica body of the ruined serpent, began to wander in the infinite realm ruins, looking for the existence of ruined Jin. Time passed slowly, Yi Tian has been to many places. This day, Yi Tian, the replica of the ruined snake, finally had a special induction. In his perception, there were golden rays of light in a certain area in the distance. That place was very far away from him, but the ruined snake's cloned body sensed it, and the sense was very clear. Could it be market gold? Yi Tian flew over directly. After a while, he finally arrived at his destination. This is the ruins of the countless ruins monsters' lair. From the traces, it has been destroyed in the endless years, and there are fragments all around. Moreover, there are no resources here. Even if the ancestors come here, it is estimated that they will not reside here. However, Yi Tian, the ruined snake replica body, sensed golden light from some soil fragments. But if he used normal means to probe, he couldn't detect anything. Boom! Yi Tian swept away these soil fragments with the tail of the ruined snake. In an instant, pieces of metal as small as gravel were exposed. Shu Jin. Although Yi Tian has never seen Shu Jin, he can be sure that this is Shu Jin. Because the fluctuation of this metal is somewhat similar to that of the original gold crystal, it obviously contains the same substance. Isn't this what the gold is? For flowers, Yi Tian collected all the market gold here, and found a total of hundreds of market gold. However, the volume of market gold is too small. Even if it is hundreds of market gold, it is actually not much. Continue to search for market gold. Such a small amount of market gold is simply not enough. Even if it can replace the source gold crystal, it is estimated that it will not be able to activate the Xuanqi armor. So, Yi Tian continued to look for the existence of Shu Jin. In the infinite realm ruins, the amount of market gold is really quite large, but it is too scattered. And with ruined snake's copying body, it is not difficult for Yi Tian to find ruined Jin. Soon, Yi Tian found some more market gold. This time the amount was more. There were probably more than 3,000 grains of market gold. In this way, with the passage of time, more and more virtual gold. 0. This day after the first year of the 10,000 worlds. Yi Tian had the first huge harvest. This time the harvest far surpassed any previous one. So much market gold. Yi Tian saw the dense amount of market gold scattered all over this area, the number of which is already uncountable. However, this place has also become a treasure land of infinite ruins monsters, and countless infinite ruins monsters are entrenched here. Fortunately, there is only one infinite ruins monster of the 5th stage here, and the others are relatively weak. I have to drive out these countless ruined monsters before I can take away these ruins gold. Then, Yi Tian invaded here at the cost of replicating his body. fought with the densely packed infinite ruins, and used his strength to forcibly use the power of the imprint of the infinite feather armor to form a low-profile version of the infinite feather armor. It was the infinite ruins monster of the 5th stage, and he couldn't break through his defense. Under such circumstances, Yi Tian attacked frantically, and could kill countless ruined monsters in an instant. After a long time, those countless ruins monsters were also frightened and fled one by one. And the 5th stage infinite ruin monster, after Yi Tian sacrificed several copies of his body, it was also severely damaged. If it had not been shared by other infinite ruin monsters, it would have perished long ago. And not long after, this 5th stage infinite ruins monster couldn't hold it anymore, and fled with the other infinite ruins, which was considered to be giving this treasure land to Yi Tian. In this way, Yi Tian occupied this place and immediately collected the ruined gold. Corpse. Chapter 2394 One Universe Alliance. Seeking full order. It took a while for Yi Tian to collect all the market gold here, and then he left here. And these ruins gold was also sent to Xuanqi territory by Yi Tian. After all, even if the ruined snake duplicates its body, it may encounter danger in the infinite realm ruins, so it is safer to place it inside the ruined stone pagoda in the Xuanqi territory. Inside the ruined stone tower, Yi Tian took out some Zujin, and now he started to use Zujin to try to motivate Xuanqi armor. I saw that he compressed a large amount of Zujin together to form a Zujin ball, and then placed the Zujin ball inside the Xuanqi armor to act as an energy source. Then, Xuanqi armor was activated by Yi Tian. The Xuanqi armor moved and was really activated. Immediately, Yi Tian used the Dunjia Shuo to directly lead the Xuanqi armored soldier into the 280 of the Boundless Realm ruins, and he was going to have a spar with the Xuanqi armored soldier in the Boundless Boundary ruins. In the Infinite Realm ruins, Yi Tian and Xuanqi armor were ready to learn from each other, and he asked Xuanqi armor to do his best. Boom! The speed of the two sides was extremely fast, and they collided in an instant. However, only Yi Tian, Xuanqi armor's attack broke Yi Tian's many defenses, and even the sword glow formed by the imprint of the immeasurable magical powers was shattered. Puff! Yi Tian spit out countless drops of blood, and his body was not lightly injured. What a terrifying Xuanqi armored soldier, with just one blow, I was severely injured. Yi Tian really realized the horror of Xuanqi armor, and this is just a copy of the armored warrior of the Infinite Realm, which shows how terrifying the real armored warrior of the Infinite Realm is. If he encounters a real Boundless Realm armor, I am afraid that he will be instantly killed. I am only comparable to the ordinary 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms, and the strength gap between the top 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms is still quite large. Yi Tian thought to himself. Now, he has this Xuanqi armored warrior as his trump card, and his strength has soared. Moreover, he can also use Xuanqi armor as a sparring partner, thereby increasing his combat ability, and he can also let him know the gap between himself and the top 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. Afterwards, Yi Tian asked Xuanqi armored warrior to lower his strength to discuss with him. The two sides discussed at the Boundless Realm ruins for a long time before returning to Xuanqi territory. Years go by. A steady stream of market gold fell into Yi Tian's hands from the Infinite Realm ruins, making him no longer need to worry about the amount of market gold. Long years have passed, after the first year of more than 300 million realms. At this moment, Yi Tian used a huge amount of blood gold stones to temper his body to the point where he was about to temper his body 8 times. Once tempering was successful, his strength would skyrocket again. This day, he began to attack the 8th whole body tempering, took out a large amount of blood gold stone, and also took out some other resources. Once again, twice, 3 times, a large amount of resource energy consumption was used by Yi Tian to temper his body. After tempering the body hundreds of thousands of times, Yi Tian's body finally transformed. Boom! Yi Tian's body seemed to have broken some kind of shackles, and finally completely completed the 8th whole body tempering. After a long time, this transformation ended. Finally reached the 8th full body tempering. Yi Tian was quite excited. His 8th whole body tempering can far exceed the 8th whole body tempering of other great ancestors, even the 9th or even 10th whole body tempering is far inferior to him. After all, he has raised countless bones in his body to super quality, who can do that? The other great ancestors are just ordinary quality infinite bones, not even of the highest limit quality, so naturally they are far from comparable. And with this breakthrough, his boundless blood has also undergone some changes. My immeasurable blood is not far from the super quality. If even the immeasurable blood has entered the super quality, my strength will really have an unimaginable leap. At that time, it may be enough to match the Xuanqi armor. Yi Tian secretly said. Another time has passed. On this day, the great ancestor of blood came to Yi Tian. Ruin's stone tower. The great ancestor Biao Shui came, and Yi Tian entertained him. Endless great ancestor, this is mysterious jade glass liquid, it's a good thing, you actually used this treasure to make tea for me. The ancestor of the blood was surprised. Not only that, other things that Yi Tian entertained are very precious, and the general fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings are afraid to pay 1/10 of their net worth before they can afford these things. And when Yi Tian came here, it was just a treat. It has to be said that Yi Tian's local tyrant breath really shocked him. The great ancestor of blood, why are you looking for me this time? Yi Tian asked. There's something good, Ancestor Bai Shui said mysteriously, have you heard of the One Universe Alliance? One World Alliance? Never heard of it. Yi Tian shook his head. He really didn't know much about the forces outside Xuanqi's territory, and he didn't specifically inquire about it. The great ancestor of blood said, the One World Alliance is a loose organization, similar to the Outer Boundary Alliance, but it is not as organized as the Outer Boundary Alliance, and it is far freer than the Outer Boundary Alliance. The Outer Boundary Alliance only has many factions, but its internal management is still very strict. Yes, it is similar to the real power. But unlike the One Universe Alliance, this power has almost no restraints and is relatively fair. Even the strongest in the One Universe Alliance cannot be ordered, and everyone pays attention to fairness. The great ancestor of blood, are you here to pull me into this One Universe Alliance? Yi Tian roughly guessed what the great ancestor of blood was thinking, and asked. Yes, Ancestor Biao Shui nodded, there are many benefits to joining the One Universe Alliance. The One Universe Alliance is actually a force or platform established to break through the heavenly ancestor. Once you enter the One Universe Alliance, a lot of information is available. The information is all shared, and if you have a chance in 5.9, you may know it at the first time. For a great ancestor like us, joining the One Universe Alliance is half a step away from the Xuanqi realm. If you stay in the Xuanqi territory, even if there is a chance to break through to become the heavenly ancestor, we don't know. Yi Tian agrees with the great ancestor Tiao Shui that if he stays in the Xuanqi realm all the time, there is really no chance for him to grow up. Like the great ancestor of Juyong, who is the founder of Juyongxi, he has become a fifth-stage high-level immeasurable being for an unknown number of years, and may even be older than the Tianzu of Taichung Palace. But now, the great ancestor of Juyong can't even beat Xuanqi's armored soldiers, how sad. Afterwards, Yi Tian and Biao Shui discussed many things about the One World Alliance, and the understanding of the One World Alliance also became more and more. At the same time, he also knew why the great ancestor of blood had drawn him into the One Universe Alliance. Chapter 2395 Jinyan Mission. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. The reason why the great ancestor Biao Shui attracted Yi Tian to join the One Universe Alliance is because it is very difficult to join the One Universe Alliance, and not all high-level immeasurable beings in the fourth stage can join the One Universe Alliance. If everyone could join, countless great ancestors would have already joined. In fact, the One Universe Alliance is very strict in the selection of members, and only a very small number of fourth-stage high-level immeasurable beings are eligible to join the One Universe Alliance. Although the great ancestor of blood is related to the ancient blood ancient heavenly ancestor, the One Universe Alliance does not look at this at all. Endless great ancestor, I tried to join the One World Alliance before, but I failed the mission assessment they gave me. So, I want to form a team with you and join the One World Alliance together. 1. These are two universal orders. One universal order can be applied to join the One Universe Alliance once, and the failure will be withdrawn. The One Universe Alliance allows teams to participate, but the difficulty will increase. If joining the One Universe Alliance this time fails, I will compensate you with a universal order, which allows you to apply for joining the Universal Alliance alone. Said the great ancestor Biao Shui. Yi Tian pondered for a while, it was not bad for him, so he agreed. Okay, I agree to go with you to apply to join the One World Alliance. 1. Subsequently, Yi Tian 29 went to the One Universe Alliance with the great ancestor of blood. The Universal Order did not allow the great ancestors to reach the Universal Alliance in an instant. The Universal Alliance could not do this, only the ancestors could do it. Therefore, if you want to apply to join the Universal Order, you must find a way to enter a resident of the Universal Alliance, King Kong River Realm. The King Kong River Realm is not a realm, but a world like the quiet Black Sea. The entire King Kong River realm is completely owned by the Universal Alliance. If you want to join the Universal Alliance, you must come to the King Kong River realm. If you don't even have the ability to come to the King Kong River realm, then you are not eligible to join the One Universe Alliance. It is naturally easy to go to the King Kong River realm from Xuanqi territory. After all, Xuanqi territory has Taichan Palace, and through the channel of Taichan Palace, you can go to many realms, and naturally you can also go to King Kong River realm. It's just that it takes some resources to borrow the channels of Taichan Palace. Yi Tian can directly travel from the Infinite Realm ruins to the King Kong River realm, but the journey is long, and he doesn't want to expose too much in front of the great ancestor of blood. Therefore, he did not choose this path. Therefore, Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood went to Taihei territory, a large territory near the King Kong River territory, by borrowing the channel of Taichan Palace. Then enter the King Kong River realm from the Taihei territory, and soon arrive at the King Kong River realm. King Kong River realm. Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood came here, and then entered the station of the One Universe Alliance. After they took out the Universal Order, the ancestors of the One Universe Alliance arranged a task assessment for Yi Tian and the others. Only after the assessment was successful, could they officially join the One Universe Alliance. Soon, their task came down: crossing the Jinyan River and picking the fruit of immeasurable flames. Seeing this task, Great Ancestor Bai Shui frowned slightly. This task is too difficult. Great Ancestor Bai Shui frowned. Yi Tian asked, the Great Ancestor of Blood, where is the Jinyan River? The Great Ancestor of the Blood said, the Jinyan River is a very dangerous place, located in the Jinyan territory, but there are not many ordinary creatures in this territory. It is because of the existence of the Jinyan River. Once the Jinyan River broke out, it spread throughout the Jinyan territory. As a result, high-level immeasurable beings in the fourth stage dare not touch the flames of the Jinyan River. The immeasurable world flame fruit is a treasure in the depths of the Jinyan River. The flames will make me unbearable. Moreover, there is also a Jinyan beast clan in the Jinyan River. This clan is very powerful, and there are 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms, and they are very exclusive. Yi Tian finally knew why the Great Ancestor of Blood was worried at this time. If he encountered the golden flame beast of the 5th stage, he would be instantly killed. Why don't you give up? The Great Ancestor of Blood said. This assessment task is really too difficult. He doesn't want to fall because of this task, so it's unnecessary. The big deal is to apply for joining with the Universal Order next time. The task will be different then, maybe it won't be so difficult. No, let's go, Yi Tian said quickly. Participate. Ancestor Biao Shui was shocked. This is the golden flame beast that will meet the 5th stage. I'll stop, Yi Tian said confidently. The Great Ancestor Biao Shui looked at Yi Tian deeply. Great Ancestor Endless, is your current strength enough to match the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings? Yes. Yi Tian didn't have any humility and directly admitted it. Seeing this, the Great Ancestor Biao Shui no longer refused. Immediately, they began to go to the Golden Flame territory. Jinyan territory. When Yi Tian and the Great Ancestor Bai Shui came here, they truly saw the horror of the flames of the Jinyan River. What a terrifying flame! The power in it seems to be able to burn countless life forms, and even the flesh and blood of the 4th stage high-level limitless life forms can't bear it. Yi Tian stepped into the Golden Flame River, and the flames kept burning his body, but after all, he had undergone 8 whole body tempering, and the countless bones in his body had reached super quality, and the blood in his body was about to reach super quality. It can be said that the strength of his physical body is no less than that of the ordinary 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms, and the flames here are naturally unable to cause damage to him. On the contrary, the Great Ancestor Biao Shui stretched out a hand and was directly burned to a bloody mess. 280. My cultivation is too weak to enter the Golden Flame River. The Great Ancestor of Blood said helplessly. The Great Ancestor of Blood, you stay here, I will pick the Infinite Realm Flame Fruit by myself. Yi Tian suggested. It is good. The Blood Ancestor nodded. Anyway, the One Universe Alliance did not require them to enter the Golden Flame River, but only required to cross the Golden Flame River and pluck the Infinite Realm Flame Fruit back, and the Infinite Realm Flame Fruit was the proof. As long as you get the Infinite Realm Flame Fruit from here, that's fine. Yi Tian stepped in one step, rushed into the Jinyan River, and soon disappeared. Soon, some golden flame beasts discovered Yi Tian and rushed over. Roll. Yi Tian slapped those golden flame beasts flying, but did not kill them. However, the steady stream of golden flame beasts poured in, making him impatient. Die. Yi Tian shot with all his strength, cut off his fingers and exploded, killing the golden flame beasts one by one. His speed was very fast, and in a blink of an eye he came to the depths of the Jinyan River. He is looking for the infinite realm flame fruit. If he finds one, even if it is an immature one, he can still hand in the quest. Just then, boom, a terrifying aura emerged, and it was a 5th stage golden flame beast. Chapter 2396 Join the One Universe Alliance. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Yi Tian was too lazy to fight this 5th stage golden flame beast, and with a wave of his hand, Xuanqi armor appeared. Stop it, Yi Tian ordered. Xuanqi armor instantly came to the golden flame beast, the domain opened to suppress the golden flame beast, grabbed with both hands, and directly cracked the body of the golden flame beast. The golden flame beast wanted to resist, but was slapped by Xuanqi armor with one hand. Yi Tian ignored this golden flame beast and continued to search for the flame fruit of the infinite realm. Finally, after a while, he found an infinite realm flame fruit tree and picked the few infinite realm flame fruits on it. It's time to leave, Yi Tian asked Xuanqi armor to come back. As for the 5th stage golden flame beast, it was already dying. Beyond the Jinyan River, Yi Tian walked out from the endless flame. Seeing that Yi Tian came out safe and sound, Great Ancestor Biao Shui hurriedly stepped forward and asked, Great Ancestor Endless, did you succeed? Success. Yi Tian took out the infinite realm flame fruit. Great. The Great Ancestor of Blood was very excited. With this infinite realm flame fruit, he can officially join the One Universe Alliance. Go back. Yi Tian and the Great Ancestor of Blood returned to the King Kong River realm and handed over the flame fruit of the infinite realm. Soon, the results came out. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the task and can join the One Universe Alliance. A 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form of the One Universe Alliance appeared. Congratulations. Afterwards, the One Universe Alliance entered the boundless will information of Yi Tian and the Great Ancestor Biao Shui, and gave them a registration device. This login device can log into the dedicated space-time network within the One World Alliance, so as to communicate with each other. Yi Tian and the Great Ancestor Biao Shui took the login device and left. Xuanqi territory. Yi Tian and the Great Ancestor Bai Shui came back and separated from each other. Yi Tian returned to the ruined stone pagoda, and then used the login device to log into the One World Alliance's internal dedicated space-time network. This login device is very complicated, it should be made by Tianzu W. Yi Tian thought to himself. It stands to reason that there is no heavenly ancestor in the One Universe Alliance, but in fact it is because once a member becomes a heavenly ancestor, they must leave the One Universe Alliance. Otherwise, heavenly ancestor will still stay in the One Universe Alliance, then the original intention of the One Universe Alliance will change, and it will gradually become the same as other forces. The original intention of the Universal Alliance is to help each other, thus impacting the realm of the ancestors. They are all for transactions, not for others. Therefore, over the long years, there are probably many heavenly ancestors who have gone out from the One Universe Alliance. It is not surprising that some heavenly ancestors refined this kind of lander for the One Universe Alliance. Yi Tian didn't think too much, and he quickly entered the One World Alliance's time and space network. A lot of information from the One World Alliance time-space network is presented in front of his boundless will, and there is a lot of very important information among them. The information here is very complete. If you want to find some kind of material, you can find specific information from the internal intelligence network of the One Universe Alliance. For example, he casually searched for the source gold crystal, and found a lot of information. Moreover, there are several members of the One Universe Alliance who openly sell the source gold crystals, but the number is relatively small, only a few. Before, I didn't have a channel to buy the source gold crystal at all, so I took the next step to find the market gold. As a result, I easily found information about the source gold crystal here. 1. Yi Tian couldn't help but sigh that after joining One Universe Alliance, there are too many benefits. When I want to practice the immeasurable magical power of the 10-armed golden body in the future, the materials needed may be obtained from the One Universe Alliance. Yi Tian thought to himself. But now he does not need to cultivate the 10-armed golden body, so he has not investigated the information of those materials. Then, he found some resources that were most suitable for the 4th stage to temper the whole body. Although he still has infinite blood gold stone, the effect of infinite blood gold stone is getting more and more general, so he wants to change to a better resource. Soon, he found a resource that was incomparably suitable for the 4th stage of cultivation, and there were quite a few. God Sands. The resource of Shen Jinsha is very suitable for the high-level immeasurable life form of the fourth stage to temper the whole body, and the effect is many times better than that of immeasurable blood gold stone. However, Shen Jinsha was only born in a few realms, Sichuanchi realm did not have such resources. It can be said that the resources of Shen Jinsha are completely controlled by a few forces, and the ordinary ancestors cannot get it at all. However, with the help of One Universe Alliance, Yi Tian can naturally trade to God Jinsha. Soon, Yi Tian got in touch with a fifth-stage high-level immeasurable being with many gods. The other party also agreed to Yi Tian's transaction request, and the two parties agreed to meet in the One World Alliance Time and Space Network. Swish, Yi Tian and the other party directly appeared in a small space in the Time-Space Network, and met by projection. Endless Great Ancestor Jin Heng. After Yi Tian and Jin Heng Dazu introduced each other, they began to talk about the main topic. Endless Great Ancestor, if you want to trade the divine sands in my hand, what can you come up with? Although we are all members of the One Universe Alliance, the trade is free, so if you don't come up with what I need, I will not agree to the deal. Jin Heng Dazu said. Shu Jin, do you want it? Yi Tian asked. Great Patriarch Jin Heng shook his head. Shu gold is indeed very precious, but I don't need it, it's useless to me. Yi Tian pondered for a while, and he decided to take out the pure gold. Heavenly gold is an extremely precious treasure for any fifth-stage high-level immeasurable life form, and they will always be lacking. Even within the One Universe Alliance, there are countless great ancestors who are longing for a piece of innocent gold, and no great ancestor has ever sold innocent gold. Perhaps the great ancestor sold it, but as soon as the news of the sale came out, it was bought in an instant. I can exchange for a piece of pure gold. Yi Tian said. Good it. 1. With money. Great ancestor Jin Heng agreed without hesitation. Seeing this, Yi Tian was not surprised at all. Immediately, the two sides began to discuss the issue of price, such as how much gold can be exchanged for a piece of pure gold. After a long discussion, the two sides reached a transaction cooperation. In the end, Yi Tian exchanged a piece of pure gold for more than 600,000 grains of golden sand in the hands of the great ancestor Jin Heng. This deal is definitely a bargain. In the following days, Yi Tian traded a lot of gods with other great ancestors one after another, so there is no need to worry about gods in a short time. The items traded by the two parties are designated to be traded in the King Kong River realm, so that there will not be a situation where the black eats the black. If there is a great ancestor who dares to eat the black, it will be exposed in the King Kong River realm, and the consequences will be very serious at that time, and may even be punished. Chase all. It didn't take long for Yi Tian to successfully complete the transaction with these fifth-stage high-level immeasurable beings one by one, and got all those divine golden sands. Chapter 2397 9 times of whole body tempering, no phosphorus ancestor. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. So many gods, enough for me to practice for a long time. Yi Tian returned to the stone pagoda of Xuanqi territory ruins, and then began to retreat and practice. Try the effect of Shen Jinsha. Yi Tian directly took out a lot of divine golden sand and slowly refined it. Boom! A stream of pure energy poured into Yi Tian's body from the gods, helping him to quickly temper his body. What a powerful effect! Yi Tian was shocked. Compared with the effect of Shen Jinsha, the immeasurable blood gold stone is too ordinary. Of course, it was also because he refined too many immeasurable blood gold stones, which caused the effect of immeasurable blood gold stones on him to become worse and worse, which was equivalent to developing patience. And it was the first time that he used Shen Jinsha to temper his whole body, and the effect was naturally very good. According to such a tempering speed, he will definitely be able to complete the 9th whole body tempering without taking too long. Years go by. In the blink of an eye, the first year of the 60 million world has passed. On this day, Yi Tian finally completed the 9th whole body tempering. At this moment, Yi Tian's body is constantly changing, the strength of his flesh and blood body is skyrocketing, and his breath is getting stronger and stronger. After a long time, the transformation was complete. At this moment, Yi Tian is already the 284th stage high-level immeasurable life form that has been tempered for the 9th time. At this time, he can attack the 5th stage high-level boundless beings realm. However, he is not satisfied with the 9th whole body tempering, he also wants to hit the 10th whole body tempering and the 11th whole body tempering. According to the information that One Universe Alliance has learned, in the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, the maximum number of whole body tempering can reach 13 times, which is also the highest number of whole body tempering at present. And Yi Tian wants to complete the whole body tempering 13 times, he needs more resources. If he collects it slowly by himself, it will take endless years, so he has to rely on the platform of the One Universe Alliance. After the strength breakthrough, Yi Tian once again sparred with the Xuanqi armored warrior. Although he was still not an opponent, at least he would not be severely damaged by a single blow. With his current strength, he can completely fight against Xuanqi armor for a while. My current strength should be similar to that of Zhuyang Great Ancestor. Yi Tian estimated, even if it was a little bit, it wasn't nearly as much. If he completes the whole body tempering once again, and reaches the level of 10 times the whole body tempering, his strength must be no less than that of Xuanqi armor. If the immeasurable blood is raised to super quality, the strength is afraid that it will surpass the combat power of Xuanqi armor. In the days that followed, Yi Tian was still tempering his whole body and practicing quietly. One World Alliance. A space-time interior. A group of 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings are conducting a small trade fair, and the 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings that can be invited here are the lowest and the top 5th order immeasurable beings, and their strength is very powerful. Everyone, I want to collect some source gold crystals, or market gold, and there is no limit. An ancestor spoke up. The phosphorus-free great ancestor, the source of gold and crystal, this treasure is too rare, almost all of it is in the hands of the ancestors, we don't have it. Another great ancestor said. The other great ancestors also spoke up. The great ancestor of phosphorus-free, I don't have the source gold crystal in my hand. As for the market gold, there is a little bit, but the amount is very small, only 100 or so. I only have more than 100 grains of market gold. I don't have anything, so I can't trade with you, the great ancestor of phosphorus-free. Seeing this, the phosphorus-free great ancestor said, everyone, even if there is only 1 grain of market gold, please trade it to me. No problem. A patriarch took the lead in trading with the phosphorus-free patriarch. Of course, even if it was a deal, they had to exchange something good. The phosphorus-free great ancestor is very rich. After all, his strength is very strong, and naturally there are many ways to get good resources. In a short period of time, the phosphorus-free great ancestor traded over 3,000 grains of market gold from these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. However, he didn't even get a piece of the original gold crystal. It is true that they really don't have the original gold crystal. At this time, great ancestor Jin Heng asked, Great Ancestor Wu Phosphorus, you want to collect so much market CJFJ gold, and you also want to trade the source gold crystal. Could it be that you have obtained a infinite realm armor? Swish. The other great ancestors also looked at the phosphorus-free great ancestor, and they all had such guesses, so they wanted to learn about the phosphorus-free great ancestor. That's right. The phosphorus-free great ancestor nodded and said, I did get a infinite realm armor. If I can trade 3 original gold crystals, or a huge amount of market gold, I can urge this infinite realm armor. Kaijia warriors can be called invincible in the 5th stage, with it, my strength will be greatly improved. 1. The great ancestor of phosphorus-free, congratulations. Congratulations to the phosphorus-free great ancestor for obtaining the infinite realm armor. I really envy you, the great ancestor of phosphorus-free, you can even get such good things as the infinite realm armor. A group of great ancestors became envious one after another, and of course they were also jealous. After all, almost all the infinite realm armored warriors were in the hands of the heavenly ancestors, and it was almost impossible to obtain a boundless realm armored warrior. If there are dozens of infinite realm armored warriors, if they are combined into a battle formation, they can kill an ordinary heavenly ancestor. They did not inquire about the origins of the warriors from the phosphorus-free Daquan world, and the phosphorus-free Daquan did not disclose it. At this time, the phosphorus-free great ancestor asked again, Dear great ancestors, do you know who has a large amount of market gold or source gold crystals? The great ancestors present were silent. After all, it is impossible to reveal who has market gold. Suddenly, Ancestor Jin Heng said, Ancestor Wu Phosphorus, I do know that a great ancestor has market gold on his body, but I don't know exactly how much. Moreover, he is also the great ancestor of our Universe Alliance, you can interact with him. Get in touch. Who is it? The phosphorus-free great ancestor asked. Endless great ancestor. Ancestor Jin Heng said. Anyone contacting me? Yi Tian took out the One Universe Alliance's lander and entered the One Universe Alliance's space-time network. Only then did he know that it was a 5th stage high-level immeasurable being contacting him. The great ancestor of phosphorus-free, it's him. Yi Tian was a little surprised. Although there are many high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage of the One Universe Alliance, he can't fully recognize them, but he still has some understanding of some of the top ancestors of the One Universe Alliance, and he has done his homework before. For example, this phosphorus-free great ancestor, whose strength is already at the limit of the 5th stage, can be ranked among the top 20 in the entire One Universe Alliance. A 5th stage high-level immeasurable being like Juyong Great Ancestor is not qualified to compare with the phosphorus-free Great Ancestor at all, and even Xuanqi Armored Warrior is far from being an opponent of the phosphorus-free Great Ancestor. The One Universe Alliance and many forces divide the combat power of the 5th stage of high-level immeasurable beings into the following grades. Ordinary 5th stage combat power. Powerful 5th stage combat power. The top 5th stage combat power. The 5th stage of peak combat power. Invincible 5th stage combat power. And the 5th stage combat power of the world-breaking level that can compete with the weaker ancestors. According to the division, the phosphorus-free great ancestor belongs to the 5th stage of peak combat power. Chapter 2398 Gold-plated blood fruit, super quality immeasurable blood. Open black lens bracket monthly ticket close black lens bracket. Yi Tian didn't think too much, and soon met this phosphorus-free ancestor. I have seen the great ancestor of phosphorus-free. Yi Tian said politely in the One World Network time and space. The phosphorus-free great ancestor did not despise Yi Tian just because he was only a 4th stage high-level immeasurable being. After all, he still wanted to trade a lot of gold from Yi Tian, so naturally he had to be more polite. I have seen the great ancestor of the Endless, the great ancestor of phosphorus-free said with a smile. Ancestor Wu Phosphorus, you suddenly came to me, should there be something important? Yi Tian didn't think that the ancestor Wu Phosphorus came to chat with him, so he asked directly. There is indeed something important. The phosphorus-free great ancestor stated the purpose of his trip. I heard that you have some market gold in your hands, can you trade it for me? Ancestor without phosphorus, do you want market gold? Yi Tian was surprised. He guessed that the great ancestor Jin Heng told him about his possession of market gold, but he didn't care, after all, it wasn't an important secret. Yes, no matter how much market gold, I want it. Said the phosphorus-free great ancestor. Want all. Yi Tian heard this sentence and had a guess in his heart. Obviously, the phosphorus-free great ancestor should be a warrior from the infinite realm, so he is so eager for market gold. Forged puppets like Xuanqi armor are of no use to the phosphorus-free great ancestor, only the infinite realm armored warriors are of great use to the phosphorus-free great ancestor. Once a infinite realm armor is activated, its strength is comparable to the invincible 5th stage combat power, who doesn't want it? So, Yi Tian asked, the phosphorus-free great ancestor should be a warrior from the infinite realm, right? Yes, phosphorus-free ancestors admitted. Yi Tian smiled and said, I do have a lot of market gold, but I don't need any general resources. I don't know what the phosphorus-free great ancestor can come up with. A lot of market gold. How much? Phosphorus-free ancestors are curious. 100,000. Yi Tian said a number. The market gold he possesses is naturally far beyond this number, but 100,000 grains of market gold are already a lot. If he can trade good things from the phosphorus-free great ancestor, then he is naturally willing to trade. But if the phosphorus-free great ancestor can't come up with the resources he needs, he won't either. 100,000 grains of market gold. The phosphorus-free great ancestor was shocked. He did not expect that a 4th stage high-level immeasurable lifeform in Yi Tian district would have 100,000 grains of market gold, and he was very curious about where Yi Tian found so much market gold. A must deal. This is the idea of the phosphorus-free grandfather now. Afterwards, he mentioned several resources, but Yi Tian did not have any interest. What do you want? Tell me, if I have it, I will give it to you. Wu Phosphorus great ancestor said helplessly, he really didn't know what Yi Tian wanted. Yi Tian pondered for a while and had an idea in his heart. Golden blood fruit, do you have it? Yi Tian asked. Golden blood fruit, do you want this treasure? Phosphorus-free ancestors were shocked. Although the gilt blood fruit is very precious, the usefulness of this kind of treasure is not too great, and it is not in line with its value. First of all, the gilded blood fruit can condense immeasurable blood, and it can easily condense immeasurable blood to 129,600 drops. That is to say, a great ancestor who has just broken through to the immeasurable blood stage can break through to the peak of the immeasurable blood stage in a short time by swallowing a gilded blood fruit. However, it would be too wasteful to consume the gilded blood fruit like this. The biggest use of the gilded blood fruit is to accelerate the transformation of the immeasurable blood quality. For example, like Etn, the immeasurable bones in the whole body have reached the super quality, and the immeasurable blood will soon enter the super quality. In this way, taking the gilded blood fruit can promote the transformation of countless blood quality in a very short time, and achieve super quality. But the great ancestor like Etn is too rare, which makes the golden blood fruit useless. If it is used for the third stage infinite blood great ancestor, it will be too wasteful. If the phosphorus-free great ancestor doesn't have a gilded blood fruit, then I'll think about it again. However, as soon as Etn finished speaking, the phosphorus-free great ancestor replied, "Endless great ancestor, although I don't have a gilded blood fruit, I know who has it, and I can get it soon. But you really need to use it. Market gold is exchanged for gilded blood fruit, and we have to negotiate a good price." It is good. Etn was a little surprised, but he didn't expect that he would actually be able to trade the gilded blood fruit. Afterwards, Etn talked with the phosphorus-free great ancestor. In the end, he was going to trade 10,000 market gold to get a gilded blood fruit. "I want to trade the 90,000 market gold for a formula that can impact the resources of the ancestors, such as the 9 dragons liquid. Can the phosphorus-free great ancestor have it?" Etn asked. "The formula, of course I have it." The phosphorus-free great ancestor nodded, "But I don't have the formula of 9 dragons liquid. The formula I have is called Chingtaki liquid. I can give you the formula of Chingtaki liquid, and by the way, I can give you a token to enter the universe tower, how about it?" "Ask for flowers." "Okay, then it's decided." Etn readily agreed. Not long afterward, Etn and the phosphorus-free great ancestor came to the King Kong River realm one after another, and traded here. Endless great ancestor. The great ancestor of phosphorus-free. Etn greeted each other after meeting with phosphorus-free great ancestor. Immediately, they began to formally trade. Etn took out 100,000 grains of market gold, and the phosphorus-free great ancestor also took out a gilded blood fruit, a formula of Qinglong liquid, and a token of the universe tower. 0. After exchanging treasures, the transaction is complete. Immediately, Etn left quickly. After Etn left, the great ancestor Wu Phosphorus sighed. "I didn't expect this great ancestor's breath to be so powerful. Although he is still in the 4th stage, his strength is definitely no less than the high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage." Although Etn tried his best to hide it, he guessed that Etn's immeasurable bones might have reached the super quality, and the immeasurable blood was about to reach the super quality, so he needed the golden blood fruit. Once such a monstrous ancestor has become a 5th stage high-level immeasurable being, his strength will be no less than his in a short period of time. Before, he had this guess before he took out the Universal Tower token, otherwise he would never use the Universal Tower token as a transaction. "Let's go. With this market gold, I can let the Boundless Realm warriors fight, and I can go to that place." With that said, the phosphorus-free great ancestor left quickly. Xuanqi territory. Etn came back and immediately began to retreat and refine the gilded blood fruit. With this gilded blood fruit, he will 100% let the blood enter the super quality. Gollum. Etn swallowed it in one gulp, and then refined the energy of the gilded blood fruit. With the passage of time, Etn's immeasurable blood rapidly transformed under the tempering of the gilded blood fruit. About tens of thousands of years of the first year have passed, and his immeasurable blood transformation has been completely completed. Boom! Infinite blood has completely entered the super quality, his flesh and blood body has also begun to change, and the aura of the entire body has begun to skyrocket. Chapter 2399 The First Floor of the Universal Tower. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. After a long time, Etn's body transformation was completed. 9 times of whole body tempering, countless bones and blood have reached super quality. At this moment, Etn's strength has improved too much. Etn shuttled to the Infinite Realm ruins, waved his hand, and let the Xuanqi armored warrior fight against him. Boom! Etn fought against Xuanqi armor, crushing Xuanqi armor all the way. Of course, Etn's strength is not much stronger than Xuanqi armor. However, in terms of combat power, he now has the top 5th stage combat power. It has not yet become the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and has the top 5th stage combat power. If this is spread, how terrifying it will be. Unfortunately, the Xuanqi armor is useless to me. Etn waved his hand and released the Xuanqi armor. Immediately, he prepared to copy the 280 Scholar of the Infinite Realm armor. The Boundless World Armored Warrior he wants to copy is naturally the Boundless World Armored Warrior from Phosphorus Great Ancestor. When he was trading with the Phosphorus Great Ancestor, before he left, he asked the Phosphorus Great Ancestor to show him the Boundless Realm armor, and the Phosphorus Great Ancestor also showed him. He only glanced at it, but that was enough. His purpose at that time was to copy the Infinite Realm armor, and the Phosphorus-free Great Ancestor did not know that Yi Tian possessed this ability, otherwise he would definitely not take it out. In the days that followed, Yi Tian tried his best to copy the Boundless Realm armor. However, the Infinite Realm armor was really difficult to copy, it consumed a lot of Yi Tian's energy, and it took millions of the first years of the realm to copy it reluctantly. If the rank of the Infinite Realm armor is higher, I'm afraid I won't be able to copy it. Yi Tian thought to himself. Now, the Boundless Realm armor has been copied. He condensed a large amount of ruin gold into a ruin's gold ball and placed it in a specific position on the Boundless Realm armor. Immediately, he urged the Infinite Realm armor. Boom! The energy of Zujin continued to be consumed, and the Infinite Realm armor was successfully activated by him. Try the strength of the Infinite Realm armor. Yi Tian let the Infinite Armored Warrior attack him, he opened the defense with all his strength, and even opened the immortal mark of the Infinite Feather armor. I saw that the Boundless World armor had condensed a spear, and when Yi Tian had not yet reacted, a blow penetrated his body, and even the Boundless Feather armor defense was penetrated by a single blow, and other defenses were not worth mentioning at all. This blow not only penetrated Yi Tian, but also made his cloned body instantly annihilated. Soon, another copy of Yi Tian's body came and put away the Infinite Realm armor. What a terrifying strength, this is the 5th stage invincible combat power, my top 5th stage combat power is like an ant in front of it, and I can't even resist. Yi Tian's heart palpitated, that is to say, if he encounters an invincible 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and if there is a conflict with it, he will be instantly killed by the opponent, and he will have no resistance. However, he now has this Infinite Realm armor, which means he has such combat power. It's a pity that the copy talent can only copy one Infinite Realm armor. If it can be copied continuously, it will be awesome. Yi Tian secretly said. After the Boundless Blood became super quality, Yi Tian's whole body tempering effect was greatly improved, and if he used the Divine Golden Sand to temper his whole body, it would not take too long to complete the 10th whole body tempering. 60 million years after the first year, Yi Tian finally completed the 10th whole body tempering with the help of a large amount of Divine Sand. After this tempering is completed, his body has undergone a considerable transformation, and his strength has greatly increased. However, he is still in the top 5th stage of combat power, and there is still a long way to go from the peak 5th stage of combat power. In addition, when he faced the Infinite Realm Armored Warriors, he still ended up being beaten by one move. We have to go to the Universe Tower. Yi Tian took out the Universal Order and muttered. This is the Universal Order given to him by the Phosphorus-free Great Ancestor. It belongs to a token within the One Universe Alliance. With this token, one can enter the Universal Tower. The One Universe Tower is the most important treasure of the One Universe Alliance. It can only be entered by holding the One Universe Order, and other members of the One Universe Alliance cannot enter. The One Universe Alliance pays attention to fairness, but under normal circumstances, other great ancestors will not give you the opportunity to enter the One Universe Tower for nothing. Yi Tian also browsed the One Universe Alliance time-space network and knew that the great ancestors who entered the One Universe Tower were vaguely different from the other members of the One Universe Alliance and seemed to have higher authority. The One World Alliance space-time network seems to be related to the One World Tower, but the general One World Alliance members do not know exactly what the situation is. In short, there are benefits to entering the World Tower. Therefore, many One World Alliance members dream of obtaining a One World Order, and are even willing to pay a huge price. However, no one wants to sell a Universal Order. Yi Tian had already refined the Universal Order, and at this moment directly activated the Universal Order. In an instant, his body was instantly teleported into the Universe Tower. As soon as he entered the Wanyu Tower, he felt that his body was suppressed by a force and could only exert 1% of his strength at most. However, he didn't panic at all. Just in inches, a message came. After Yi Tian received the information, he knew some things. The 6th floor of the Wanyu Tower, if you pass the 1st floor, you can get the ordinary members of the Wanyu Tower, if you pass the 2nd floor, you can get the elite members of the Wanyu Tower, if you pass the 3rd floor, you can get the core member privilege. Quote. Yi Tian also knew from the information that every time he passed a floor, he would get a big chance. As for what the big chance is, he is still unclear. Moreover, he didn't know what the use of permissions was. Tower breakers, please wait, we are about to start entering the 1st floor. The voice of the artifact spirit of the Wanyu Tower came. Yi Tian waited quietly, and soon he was teleported to the first floor of the Universe Tower. Mission: kill all the creatures on the first floor. However, after Yi Tian came to the first floor of the Wanyu Tower, his expression suddenly changed. No, this is the Infinite Realm Ruins. Yi Tian said in shock. How did the Infinite Boundary Ruins become the first floor of the Universe Tower? But soon, he reacted. This is clearly the Wanyu Tower that locked the 5.9th area of the Infinite Boundary Ruins is the first floor of the Wanyu Tower. That is to say, every great ancestor enters the Universe Tower, and the first floor they enter is different. At this moment, Yi Tian had to face a lot of infinite ruins, including a 5th stage infinite ruin monster. Bang bang bang, Yi Tian shot again and again, killing those countless ruins monsters. Originally, he wanted to release the Infinite Realm Armor to see if he could solve the problem with the Boundless Realm Armor. If he could break into more layers. However, before he could completely release the Boundless Realm Armor, he was imprisoned by a force. Obviously, he can only break into the Universe Tower by himself. And Yi Tian's strength was strong enough, and he could easily kill the 5th stage Boundless Ruins monster. These infinite ruins were blocked in this area and could not escape, so Yi Tian did not take long to kill all the infinite ruins here. Chapter 2400 Kill the top 5th stage ancestor. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. After all these countless ruined monsters died, it also represented that Yi Tian broke through the first floor of the Universe Tower. At this moment, a mass of golden yellow substance merged into Yi Tian's body. The next moment, Yi Tian's body was rapidly tempered by this substance. Could it be? Yi Tian accelerates refining these substances, and cooperates with boundless blood to quickly temper his body. I don't know how long it took, he finally completely refined these substances. Boom, Yi Tian's body completed the 10th whole body tempering, and he also advanced a certain distance. What kind of resource is this, so that I can complete the 10th whole body tempering in a short period of time? He was extremely surprised, such an opportunity was too precious. And this is just the benefit obtained by passing through the first floor of the Universal Tower, no wonder everyone wants to obtain the Universal Order. Barrier, have you entered the second floor of the Universe Tower? The voice of the World Tower artifact came. Yes. Yi Tian replied. He was teleported again, but this time he came to a special time and space. Here, he saw a 5th stage high-level immeasurable being. By duplicating talent 29, he spied on the other party's talent. Having talent, this is not a condensed great ancestor, could it be a real great ancestor? Yi Tian wondered. At this time, the request of the second floor appeared, asking him to kill the great ancestor in front of him. And at this moment, the great ancestor looked solemn and looked at Yi Tian. What is this place? The great-grandfather asked. World Tower, Yi Tian said lightly. It turned out to be the Wanyu Tower. The great ancestor's expression changed, but he quickly sneered. If I were facing a 5th stage high-order immeasurable being, I might be worried, but you are only a 4th stage high-order immeasurable body. Life form, it is estimated that you have only entered the Universe Tower. You are definitely not my opponent, as long as you voluntarily admit defeat, you can leave. 1. Let's fight again, Yi Tian said. The rewards of the first floor of the Wanyu Tower are very precious. If you pass the second floor of the Wanyu Tower, you will have a greater chance. Therefore, he can't just give up. Boom, Yi Tian fought against the great ancestor instantly. In just one fight, he confirmed the opponent's strength. Top 5th stage combat power. This level is similar to his strength, and he is not sure whether he can kill the opponent or not. But, he wants to try it. Immediately, he began to burn his own blood. After the infinite blood of super quality burned, his strength increased again. Not only that, he also activated the immeasurable feather armor mark to increase his own defense, thereby resisting the opponent's attack. How is it possible? You are only a 4th stage high-level immeasurable being. The great ancestor was dumbfounded. But Yi Tian's strength has surpassed many peak 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, and is almost approaching the peak 5th stage combat power. Soon, he was at a disadvantage. I think he is also a very powerful existence among the top 5th stage ancestors, but today he can't even beat a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form. Of course, he also saw the details of Yi Tian. The immeasurable bones and blood have reached super quality, and they also have the imprint of the top immeasurable divine powers. Damn it, the Universal Alliance is just a platform set up by a group of great ancestors who have no hope of becoming the ancestors and have no background. How could there be such a monstrous great ancestor, and I came across it? The great ancestor was a little terrified at the moment, but this area was shrouded in the universe tower, and he couldn't escape. Unless Yi Tian gave up, there was no way for him to leave. Time passed slowly, and the great ancestor gradually became seriously injured. You're crazy, you burn a lot of blood like this, it will hurt your foundation, and if you use the imprint of the immeasurable magical powers, it will also have an impact on the 5th stage of the attack. The great ancestor advised. However, Yi Tian ignored the opponent's words and continued to attack. Another period of time passed, Yi Tian had nothing at all, and that great ancestor was on the verge of death. At this time, he finally began to beg for mercy. I beg you, don't kill me. I can give you all the treasures in my body, so that I can make up for your losses, so just let me go. The great ancestor pleaded bitterly. The Wanyu Tower asked me to kill you, this is the 2nd floor of the Wanyu Tower, I don't think you can come up with a reward comparable to the 2nd floor of the Wanyu Tower. Yi Tian said. What, the 2nd floor of the Universe Tower? The great ancestor's expression changed. No one can give up the reward of the 2nd floor of the Wanyu Tower, if he is in Yi Tian's position, it is impossible. Your Excellency, I am a member of Xuanming Pavilion. Xuanming Pavilion has 2 heavenly ancestors. If you kill me, Xuanming Pavilion will not let you go. The other party began to threaten. However, Yi Tian naturally didn't believe the other party's nonsense. With the mystery of the Wanyu Pagoda, even the ancestors may not be able to find it. What's more, it is only a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and Tianzu may not be able to investigate with all his strength. Kill. Yi Tian condensed the last sword, the power of the immeasurable magical powers condensed into a little, and was penetrated by Yi Tian's sword. Time and space were instantly penetrated, and it directly penetrated the last defense of the great ancestor, and 280 directly penetrated it. The terrifying power annihilated his flesh and blood little by little, and finally turned into ashes. So far, this 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form has completely fallen. If I hadn't completed 10 whole body tempering, it would have been really difficult for me to kill him, but now with some price, I can kill such a great ancestor. Yi Tian exclaimed. After killing the great ancestor, Yi Tian also obtained the opportunity of the 2nd floor of the Universe Tower. It's this treasure. Yi Tian looked at a purple flower that appeared in front of him, and immediately recognized it. Mysterious purple gold flower. This is an incomparably precious treasure with many functions, and it is also one of the 10 kinds of materials required by the 10-armed golden body, the immeasurable magical power. He didn't deliberately search for the mysterious purple gold flower, but he also knew that this kind of treasure was very difficult for him to find, and its value might be much more valuable than the pure gold. I didn't expect to get such a mysterious purple gold flower in the Wanyu Tower this time. Mysterious purple golden flower, plus the pure gold, I have collected 2 of the 10 materials, and it is not bad. Once I have collected the 10 materials, I can start to practice the 10-armed golden body. Yi Tian muttered. Immediately, he put it away and went to the 3rd floor of the Universe Tower. He estimated that it was impossible for him to pass the 3rd floor, but he also wanted to go in and have a look.